We got to know.
Yep, now they got to know. Well, we're back on stream. Alright, let's turn this music off, shall we? Yep, there we go. Music is off. So, hello everybody, and welcome back to some Crabby D&D. I completely forgot that I should probably get someone to sound test this. Ah! Real... Alright, so... I'll start with announcements this time, just to make it this way around. So, I should probably also actually remove the overlay, so that people can actually see what's going on. So, hello everybody. Just going to do for the announcements, or things to say. First of all, episode 20. We've made it this far. Surprisingly. You guys are doing well. Nobody's died yet. That's encouraging to hear, isn't it? You aren't dead yet?
Yeah.
Secretly, we all died in the first session.
It's actually all been a fever dream.
But yes. And that means that at the end of this session, there will be a post regarding some more memorable events that our lovely artist Infernal, or Bhold, painted by Bhold, obviously, has drawn for us in his memorable moments. Also, thank you to Zanosa for all of the tiles and workings that have been put through. Thank you to her. And also thank you to Tabletop Audio for the free service they provide. It's good if you want to bring your campaign into a new light. Don't use it if you're doing D&D in public, which is a thing, apparently, as I found out. I go into a board game shop, but hey, what's to love about D&D? But yeah, service is free, good to use. You can check in the links below. Also, thank you to Dungeon Painter Studio that allows me to paint dungeon maps like these, which are unnecessary now, but they're still here anyway. I'll delete them just to get them. Actually, they're unnecessary. But also maps such as these, which I can use for big arenas and such. And I believe that is everything. So, I will introduce my players now. I am here with Sudz.
Hello.
Harlan.
Hello.
Sam.
Hello.
Simon.
Hello.
And Infernal.
Hello.
And I didn't forget you this time, Infernal. You're all okay. I didn't forget at all. No, of course not. I definitely wasn't trying to force myself not to forget.
Of course.
Of course. Yes, all good across the board. Excellent. Alright, so let us begin. Last session, our party of adventurers, Sasha, Queglod, Elsyan, Bhold, and Malcom, made their way back from the Spider's Nest to Oaksmith, where, shortly after realizing that they didn't collect many mandibles, and thus their pay was less than they thought, the party took their horses back to the stables in Adamanthia and went about using their gifts to earn some money in the fighting pit. After a set of matches, Bhold took on one of his old rivals, Tiny Magician, a halfling barbarian with a shocking side to his normal rages. Previously beaten by this foe, Bhold faced him with all intensity. With his decorative bracers, he went about pulverizing Tiny into the ground with some well-placed and damaging punches. However, now, after their little bit of free time and a good night's sleep, we now pick up with the party who are waking up in the barracks of the organization Phoenix. Each of them has spent their time exploring and completing their own tasks, earning money, or going about learning some new steps. And now they can either kick back and relax or move on to the next leg of their adventure. So, you guys are all in the Undercity, in the Phoenix. You each wake up. Elsyan, you are the first to rise. So you'll probably...
woke up hours ago.
Yeah, you were awake... you were awake at 2 AM, weren't you? And you just spent the rest of it, lingering around and so on. Okay. So yeah, you'd be the first into the tavern at this point, into where Gen is.
Yes. Excellent.
As you head
What's
in
that?
through... Oh, go on.
No, you go on. You make your description.
As you head into the tavern, going in from the lower entrance, from the barracks themselves, and going into the under tavern, Gen isn't there. It's that female orc again who seems to be covering when Gen's getting some rest.
Fair enough. Is there anyone else around? Just want to wait around for the others, really.
Okay. By the looks of it, there seem to be a few other bounty hunters about, but they seem to be moving in and out fairly thoroughly. There don't seem to be any... There seems to only be one person who's particularly stationed, and that seems to be one of the people who, by now, you would have recognized as being one of the people who watches the door to make sure that nothing kind of sneaks in, or sneaks out without being noticed. So if you'd like to wait, you can.
What was that? Just cut out slightly for me.
If you wanted to wait around for the rest of them, you can.
I think Elsyan's going to. He's just going to sit down and examine his nice new chest set. Some pieces of his nice chest set.
So, with regards to people who went to sleep, Queglod and Malcom, you probably both awake at the same time. You're in different rooms, however.
Alright, yeah, Queglod's still in the room with Sasha, isn't she?
Yes.
Or is she... Okay.
Yes, Elsyan's the only one with his own room, because he wakes up and moves around.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, and Malcolm's sharing with Bhold.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Well, I won't wake up any of the others. I'll just leave and head straight up.
Okay.
To join Elsyan.
Okay, so you make your way out. Felipe is awake and he's currently bouncing about on your staff. You wake up and you gather up your things, get dressed, and head out to meet Elsyan in the lower tavern. Malcom, as you wake up, you wake up less to your own means and more to the running around of two forms in your room. And you are hit in the face with a small, mildly fuzzy and mildly sticky form. Which, now you get a better look at it, it's Arachne.
Hey, she's awake.
She seems to be bouncing around, and as you see this, you watch as she kind of like jumps down off of the bed. She's still covered in the red liquid, but it seems that she's gained her strength back. And she seems to be like bouncing around and so on. She's currently being chased by Featherwing. And they seem to be just like playing in the room.
I'm going to take out some meat and see if she's actually able to eat it.
Okay. You take a little bit of meat out of the bag of holding and pass it to her, and you pass it to her. She grabs it and begins dissolving it and eating it. She's able to do it on her own by the looks of it. And Featherwing's currently sat there waiting for his bit.
Let me give him some too.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and see if I can get the stickiness off of her.
Okay. How would you like to go about doing that?
I think I'd like to wet a rag or something and then try and wipe some off.
Okay.
Gently, but not too rough.
Yeah. Also, you use a bit of the commoner's clothes that you have. You dip it in your wash bowl and you begin to try and like wipe it off. As you do, it kind of peels off like rubber before springing back and attaching itself to the surface of her.
Well, I suppose it's fine for now.
You are beginning to notice that her hairs on like her legs and her main abdomen seem to be like ever so mildly trying to poke through the outer layer, whatever it is.
Well, I suppose I can just talk to the Baroness and see what she has to say about it, since I have to talk to her anyways. Well, I'm gonna gather up my stuff and then head out.
Ignore that was my computer. Clicked on something. So, you gather up your things and you begin heading out. I would say as you leave the room, make a stealth check.
Stealth check. Okay.
And I'm also going to say Queglod if you'd like to also make a stealth check as well.
Sure.
With advantage, because it's Sasha.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
What's your stealth?
I feel offended.
But you can't dispute
Plus
it.
0.
What was it?
So it's 3.
3? Okay. So yeah, Bhold, you notice Malcom leave with the creature you'd seen the previous night currently sat on his shoulder, and Arachne, who's currently clinging onto his to the back of his neck and head. As he pulls his hood up, gathers his things, and moves out of the room. Sasha, you notice Squat, you're snoring away.
Do I not even get a roll?
No, it's versus your passive perception.
Oh.
And it's with advantage because, well, we've already established that it takes Behold shoving both of his fingers up your nose to wake you up, so...
No, it's just the Behold shit at waking people up.
No, everybody else was trying to wake you up with, like, noises and stuff, so... You sleep like a brick.
Well, I mean, I didn't even get a chance. I was just gonna, use Entangle.
Yeah, true. Anyway, so, Behold, you will be the next up after this. We'll go back to Queglod, though. Queglod, as you make your way out, up into the Under Tavern, you see Elsyan currently sat at a table. Elsyan, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm just inspecting my chess set. And inspecting is a bit of a strong word, but just admiring craftsmanship.
Okay, so taking out each of the pieces, and you seem to be, like,
Yeah.
turning them round, taking a look at each of the pieces before you place it back down.
Just can I ask about my chess set? What sort of colours are the pieces?
I believe it was rose quartz for the white pieces and a deep ruby for the black pieces. And then the board itself was a lovely mahogany and oak board.
Damn, that's nice. I can appreciate a good chess set. But yeah, okay, cool. Just so I know. So there's pretty much a lot of red happening there.
Effectively, yeah. It's kind of a pink with a dark reddish.
Cool. Just wanted to find out what it was.
Fair enough. So, Queglod, do you say anything when you go up into the Under Tavern and see Elsyan there?
Elsyan, did you sleep well?
Well, don't really sleep, do I? But had some
Suppose not.
restful meditation.
Good. What's that you have there? Is that new?
Yes, I bought it last night while the rest of you were lying in bed. I personally quite like it. How long do we have before the others wake up, Chris?
Depending on what people do, Malcom, were you heading straight to the Baroness, or were you heading to...
I think I'd head up first and then...
Okay. So,
Good.
shortly after Queglod heads up, Malcom greets you. And both of you, Elsyan, you particularly notice this with your high passive perception and investigation.
Aha!
You see, even behind Malcolm's head, you can see Arachne's like moving more. She seems to be more self-aware, and she's built up her strength again. But you also notice that on his shoulder is this white dragon, relatively small, with the wings folded up, currently sat there, kind of perched like a dog. And its tail is coiled around the back of Malcolm's neck, and on the end of it is a scorpion stinger.
Have I seen this white dragon before?
Give me a nature check. Or was it just a
That's
straight?
what I was more thinking. Just in the case of how I seen Malcolm have this dragon.
Oh,
before.
no. This is new. You have not seen this before.
So Malcolm's also up there.
Yes.
Is it how? Okay. Ah, Malcolm. A dragon. The dragon. Is that new?
Yes. This is Featherwing.
Very interesting.
He's my familiar.
Ah. Fair enough.
You know what familiars are. Familiars are Felipe and some other people in the past have had small animals which follow them around.
I kind of guessed Elsyan would be aware of familiars. But well, I see your spider has gotten better.
Yes, she's able to move around on her own now, and she's able to eat.
Fair enough. Would either of you two want a game?
A game of chess.
Game of dragon chess.
Sounds like fun.
Go on, please sit down.
Very well.
Okay, so it's
Suppose
Elsyan
not.
versus the combined wit of Queglod and Malcom then.
Oh, are we teaming up?
If you want to.
I
It would
mean,
make it more fair.
either way is
It would.
fine.
Guess what? Aren't I proficient?
You're proficient in
Dragon
it, so yeah,
chess?
you have like a +7 or a +6 to each of your
I
rolls.
get a +6 to my dragon chess roll.
And they have disadvantage because they're not proficient in it.
Oh shit, the Bhold's gonna come too.
Would this use wisdom rolls or intelligence?
Intelligence.
I can't help with that.
But then you two teaming up against me, or am I going to destroy you one by one?
I think I'll sit this round out. If you two would like to get started, I'll go and grab some breakfast for us.
That's actually a really good idea.
Okay, so Malcolm, make an intelligence check with disadvantage. Elsyan, make an intelligence check, please.
So
If you actually fuck this up, though.
Elsyan will never live it down.
Oh, okay, that's 10 and a 23. That would have almost been a 1. That would have been interesting.
Now, just checking, Chris. Would this also involve my normal intelligence mod as well?
Well, the result is what it should be next to the dragon chest because it includes your intelligence.
Oh,
mod.
okay, cool. Just checking. So yeah.
That's 23
23.
versus 10. With a few good opening moves, you watch as you're fairly new to this game. You've seen it played every now and then, Malcolm. It's not something that you're unfamiliar with, but it's nothing you've particularly perfected, and you begin to set up what would be just a general few moves, trying to get a little bit of offense and defense out. And you're kind of observing what Elsyan's done. Elsyan hasn't performed any like offensive actions yet, but has set up a very irritating and very near impenetrable defense on his side of the board. And every unit is supported by another unit in almost every piece is supported by another piece in almost every single way. And there seems to be one way in, and you're kind of getting the feeling he's tempting you with it. Like he knows that it's there.
Elsyan is just staring at you, just tapping fingers together.
I'd
Yes.
like you then both again to make another check. Game with disadvantage for you, Malcolm. That's a total of 20, and in that one,
Oh.
as you begin to like move some of your pieces forward, you make the mistake of moving your main dragon queen onto to try and take a piece, and you call check, and then you watch as Elsyan just like smirks, and with a simple movement moves one piece into play, or moves one piece across, takes your dragon queen, puts it to his side, and then he calls check as you watch as the whole thing, his entire plan has unraveled before you, and you're now in a situation of very much being backed into a corner. Elsyan, make an intelligence check again, and again with disadvantage, please, Malcom.
This is where I roll a 1, isn't it?
7, which is 13.
Not bad.
It is potential for you to escape.
Not my best play.
Ooh.
But
As you begin to go in for the advance, Elsyan, Malcom, with his strange unpredictability, moves some pieces, and suddenly your entire plan, this master plan that you've weaved together like a spider's web, falls apart with a few simple snips of pieces being pulled away, and you begin making reckless mistakes, and you begin to lose pieces, and Malcom seems to be gaining ground. Not much, but he seems to be clawing back what he can. I'd like you both to roll again.
cocky.
Yes, effectively.
I think that dice is cocked. So this is not destructive.
Oh no.
Oh no!
That is a 7 versus a 10. Whew. So, after you begin clawing back the match, your resources and your pieces begin to wear thin. You're finding it very difficult to actually meet Elsyan's kind of finesse at this game and his understanding. Elsyan seems to have the upper hand and the edge in this. You don't seem to have all that much of a chance at this point. Things are getting kind of to the end game, and Elsyan has more resources than you to use. And one final check, please.
Okay. Don't fuck it up, 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 don't fuck it up.
There's a 15.
Oh, come on.
And that is a 7.
Oh!
It's a 7.
Oh! Oh, thank God.
As
Oh,
as you begin to
Advantage.
try and like set up a decent defense with what pieces you have left, Elsyan begins to strip pieces away before you can actually get anywhere, and he goes for a little bit more of attrition, being very cautious due to his early mistakes, moves his pieces in for the final capture, and you end up losing this match. It's about this point that your cooked breakfasts would have arrived. So you've got you've got toast, you've got eggs, bacon, whatever you ordered from there. And Queglod, you've been watching until your order arrived.
Yes. Well played there, Malcom.
Queglod in her head already beat him like 30 times.
Well, that was my first time playing, so.
Very good for a first-time player. But of course, no matter how much you practice, you'll never be a match for me.
Alright, I'm getting proficient in this, so. This.
Oh,
Just so you know.
perfect. That's it. That's the exact response I want for Elsyan.
Yeah.
boasting.
I have now been
Just
beaten
go,
in something.
hate him
I
so
must
much.
become proficient.
I don't mean beat by
I must
Elsyan.
become a god.
I want everyone to, when Elsyan beats him in something, just go, he's such a bastard. I want to beat him in this now.
Okay, it's at this point that Bhold, you probably would have like seen the tail end of this match. You've come up unless you wanted to do anything first.
Oh, not really.
Okay. You get dressed, you get dressed, you pull your goggles on and you head upstairs. As you enter upstairs, the rest of you see this now who weren't previously with him. You see Bhold enter the room. He's got his basic furs on around his waist. He's got his axe attached to a sash, like a leather strap around his chest as previous before, and he's got his Behir skull over his head. And you see, adorned on the Behir skull, because he doesn't need them at the moment, a set of aviator's goggles with these brilliantly blue lenses with these glyphs inscribed onto the front of them as he walks up.
There you are, Behold. What did you get up to last night?
What did you say?
There you are, Behold. What did you get up to last night?
Oh, I went shopping with Sasha.
Yes, I can see. What's that you have there?
Oh, some old man gave me these. I can see very well.
Gabe.
Well, I bought them from him. They help me see dark.
Yeah, well, that is good to hear.
What about you?
Oh, nothing all that eventful, I'm afraid. Just trying to learn some new skills.
Where's Malcom?
Malcom is currently playing Jack and Chess next to Queglod.
Oh yeah.
Queglod or Elsyan?
With Elsyan, but on the other side of the table next to Queglod.
Okay, I'm with you now.
So, whoops. Malcom, what is that little dragon? Or lizard?
He's my new friend.
Where did you find him?
I found him in the pet store down there.
Oh, nice. I saw him when I went to sleep last night. What are you guys playing?
Dragon chess. I don't suppose you would like a game, would you, Bhold?
Do it.
If you
Just on
please.
the off chance.
Oh, I don't know how to play that.
You have what, a -3 intelligence for every roll you'd make?
Yes.
And disadvantage because you're not proficient?
Yes.
I want to see it.
So do I. If you
Alright,
beat
let's
Elsyan,
go.
I'll be happy.
Let's go. Let me at him.
Okay.
Okay, can
Go
I
on,
try and advise, make sure he at least knows the rules?
Yeah, sure. You try to... Okay, make me a basic intelligence check, Infernal.
I'm loading in. Hold on.
Oh, right, yeah, did you disconnect or something?
No, he never connected.
Oh, okay.
I think I clicked, but I missed the password.
Oh, okay.
And then
So-
I insta tab.
Yeah, give me a basic, rules teaching check from your part. Just make one intelligence roll, and then we'll have Bhold roll an intelligence roll just to see what this first bit's going to be like.
Like, who's gonna teach me the rules?
It's a 17 on your intelligence.
Mm.
That's what, a +0?
Yes, +0.
And I'll have you do a roll when you get in Infernal. Elsyan, are you going to be merciful or are you not? Are you going to be mean?
No, I'm
Alright.
not going to be merciful.
Roll.
That's Elsyan.
Okay, roll with advantage versus a newbie.
Oh, holy shit. I'm sorry, Infernal, but
But that's a 17 plus 6, which is 23 again. Go with the same opener with a few differences this time. Queglod, you see it, he seems to be following a similar pattern. And you begin to advise, as previously you'd poked a few holes in the previous weakness. But yeah, once you get in Infernal, I'll have you do a roll to see how much of it you grasp. It's just one roll. But we'll take... Yeah, we'll take the 8 because that's the one you rolled first. So,
That's a 5?
that's a 5. So you're finding it difficult to follow the rules, but with Queglod's guidelines, you're finding it okay. It's more of a Queglod game than it is otherwise. So I'm gonna have Bhold roll with disadvantage on this, and Elsyan roll with just a regular roll. That is
Okay.
it's still an 8. Still potentially got this. And
And no.
that's 11 versus 8. You begin to play and you get a little bit frustrated. You watch as Elsyan begins taking your units away. And you start objecting him to taking your shiny, pretty units. You particularly like the horse.
the horsey.
And-
No, touch my horse.
You like the horsey, and you like what looks to be the Dragon Queen. You're not sure entirely what it does, but it looks pretty. As Queglod begins to advise you and help you through this, Queglod, make intelligence check with disadvantage. Elsyan, make a roll. Amazing. 9 plus 0. That is cocked. Pick it up and drop it. Oh, 15 plus 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got caught.
You don't hold back even versus this. You take the Dragon Queen after Bhold picks it up and puts it somewhere, and oh yeah, that's not a bad move. Before she notices that you just move your piece in, snatch it from them. Bhold, this makes you a little bit annoyed, but I mean, it's just.
I roll an intimidation right now. Look at
Go
him. Very
for it.
angry.
Make an
Do it.
intimidation check, and Elsyan make a wisdom saving throw, please.
I ain't scared.
You ain't scared. Well, let's see. What's your intimidation total?
I get
17.
19.
Fuck.
For my wisdom.
Yep.
Save.
All right. Despite giving him an intimidating glance, Elsyan's dealt with worse opponents. Just gives you a cheerful glance back and like puts the Dragon Queen on down on his side. Intelligence check from both of you. Disadvantage again on
Can I point at the bag of holding while I'm doing this?
No. If that's an
Oh,
intoke. That is a
Got a
10
13.
versus a
20.
20?
20.
Oh, I ignored. No.
no. He rolled
No,
a 7.
Oh,
I
right.
rolled this one.
So
Okay.
it was a 13.
Yeah.
So yeah, 10 versus 13. You begin to take pieces. You begin to make more aggressive maneuvers and begin to take more of his pieces, slowly whittling him down one by one. You leave him with a few specials just to be a little bit nice, just to kind of savor the victory. Make another roll, please.
Both of us?
Yep, both
Why
of
do
you.
I have my fucking.
Oh, well,
It's over.
-3.
Don't care, bitches.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's that one. You watch as Bhold moves his Dragon King forward, and Elsyan, you just look down at it, and Queglod just like face palms and buries her heads in her hands as you realize that you just have to move one piece and it's all over.
You could savor the match even further.
You could, or you could win right here, right now. Up to you.
Elsyan is an arrogant bastard, so I'm gonna toy with him.
Okay, give me one more roll, please.
I'll say my roll last time.
That's 0. 21.
21.
Easily enough.
Where's the double 20?
Easy enough, you maneuver around, you keep your pieces at distance, stopping them from getting taken, and begin to strip away each piece one at a time until all that's left is his Dragon King. Queglod, I would like you to do the roll for this next one, and Elsyan, one more roll, please.
Okay.
I can go for the other dice. Drop.
It is with disadvantage, right?
Yes, because you're not proficient in it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh,
That's
no,
so
that's really
sad.
sad.
You attempt-
It's so sad.
You
I feel so
attempt
sorry
to
for him.
try and push for a stalemate, trying to make it so that you can trap your Dragon King so he can't move, so that you can try and start a restart and potentially try and get another game ahead of you. But Elsyan's having none of that, and being 3 or 4 moves ahead, he figures out the best way to execute the match without having to restart or suffer a stalemate. You two lost.
Right then.
Great question. Since it's called Dragon Chess, I don't suppose I'd have any bonuses here, would I?
No.
No, it's
Worth
just
a
just
try.
dragon-like pieces. Or maybe it's not. I'm not even sure.
But yeah, it's at this point that Sasha, you'd probably have woken up and you'd probably be coming up as well, unless you have other things to do. Because it takes
Nope,
a little
I'm-
while to put your armor
I'm
on.
good to come down. Right. Hello, everyone. Oh,
Ah.
we're having a game of Dragon Chess. This seems a bit early for this.
Well, unlike you lot, I've been awake for a number of hours now.
Well, that's kind of sad, isn't it? Being
Quite-
awake alone.
You don't have to deal with your bullshit, Sasha.
Well, I'm just glad you'll be able to tire yourself out like this.
I don't suppose, Sasha, you'd want a game, would you? Just
Oh
chat.
no! Look, you'll win. I'm happy to have a game, but I think we have to accept you'll win. I don't play games like this, and your whole thing is reading people's minds.
So quite,
Frankly.
okay, please, do you think so little of me that I'd use my abilities just to win a simple game of dragon chess?
Did you just ask me if I think so little of you?
Yes, do you really think so little of me?
I'm beginning to think quite little of you, if you could even begin to think that the answer to that isn't yes, of course I think very little of you. But you know what? Let's have a game. And and you'll win. And I'm sure you won't use
let
any
me
of
check
your...
my disciplines quickly.
Can we sabotage him?
But
Can you sabotage
God.
him?
Yes.
oh, I got something.
I'm going to cast a
Can
spell.
we
now.
snatch some pieces without him looking?
Okay.
I got an
so-
intimidation. I got.
This is gonna be a team effort.
Okay, so
Okay.
Oh,
Now,
boy.
but first things first, I'm going to pop to the loo. So I'm gonna just go out of the sight, and I'm gonna cast enhance ability on myself.
okay. What would you like to use?
I would like to enhance my intelligence.
Okay. Which one is that? That has the. Is that just advantage to intelligence checks?
I have advantage on intelligence checks, yes.
Okay, that will counter out the disadvantage for not being proficient in dragon chess.
I'm still vastly outclassed here. But at least I'll be mildly less outclassed than I could possibly be.
True. Okay, what did you want to do, Malcolm?
I have intimidation.
You're just gonna try and
You
intimidate
know, you know what my intimidation is.
Going to snatch some
him.
pieces.
Wait, wait, what is your intimidation? Oh, back holding.
No, not just that. The easier way to get him into the bag of holding.
Are you gonna use it?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
What's going
Make an
on?
attack
I'm
roll.
scared.
Actually,
An
I'm
attack
gonna
roll,
say
what's that?
make a stealth check first.
All right, a stealth check.
I'm honestly so much better off leaving this to my passive perception.
Elsyan, you notice that Malcolm whispers. Actually, no. You don't need to. It's telepathic, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You sense there's a little bit of telepathy in the room. You're not sure where it comes from, though. And you watch as the small white dragon hops down from Malcolm's shoulder and begins to walk around the room.
Alright, well, Sasha comes back in and is like, right, well, shall we begin?
Yes, Sasha. Can I inside Sasha? No, sir, that would be meta. No.
Yep.
No, I won't. Ignore that.
You wouldn't expect Sasha to be that smart, honestly.
Queglod,
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
and Bhold, what would you like to try and do?
I'll wait till the game starts, and when he's not looking, I would like to snatch some pieces from him.
Okay. Queglod?
I'm gonna let it play out.
Okay.
Are we gonna be aware that Sasha is up to something?
Not yet. You will once she
No.
starts acting smart. Compared to Elsyan, anyway.
Yeah.
But well, I may just have to use delusion just at any point.
Of course.
Okay, Malcolm, let me know when you would like to use the quote-unquote intimidation.
Okay.
I'm so just scared by this. I came up with one stupid idea.
Alright,
and I
each of
did
you
it
I would
stupid.
like you to make an intelligence check. Sasha, a single roll because you cancel out the disadvantage with your advantage.
Oh,
9 total.
Good.
18 total. Sasha, you understand the basics of the game. You begin to place out your pieces, moving them forward and so on. You watch as Elsyan sets up a slightly different defense that he's previously used. The others who have played him look at this and they're kind of like, this is peculiar. And it's a little bit more open on the front side. It allows you to easily move in, but once you're in, it kind of traps you there. It allows him to easily close it off and on, allowing you to effectively making it easier for him to catch you. You catch the basic wind of this, and I'd like each of you to make another intelligence check. 10 versus 21.
21.
As you begin to
21.
to work on this, you begin to move a few of your pieces in. They begin to get trapped and taken. And you're like, okay. So you're trying to figure out a way to go around this. You begin setting up your own defense. Unfortunately, it's too little, too late. At this point, there are enough holes in your defense that Elsyan's now going in and taking a few of those special units, making good trades and being able to make use of what he can before you start setting up a defense.
Now's the time, guys.
Yeah.
Are you going to use it?
Mm-hmm.
Make an attack roll. With advantage because of unseen... Actually, no, just be 1. Say for this. Just an attack roll.
Why
It is rolling
so
on
weird?
our end. It might just be yours. I think that's an 18 to hit.
Does that hit your AC?
Okay. Elsyan, I would like you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. I'm gonna negate the damage for this, just for the sake of this.
Okay, right.
Yeah, it's not supposed to do damage.
It's not supposed to do damage. It's supposed to have the subsequent
I'll
effect
keep
of it.
distracted. I'm taking pieces.
Okay, we're just gonna. Oh, that's 15, right?
Yeah, that's 15.
Yeah, you feel a sharp, like, tingle in the back of your neck, and as you move your hand up, it hits something. And as you turn to look, you watch as the white dragon hops down off of the back of your chair and now moves around the
Okay, he's
under
distracted.
the table.
Go.
I would like you to make a sleight of hand check with advantage.
My God.
As you go to swipe one of the pieces, Elsyan's head turns back, and you stop like mid motion with your hand around one of his key pieces, and you just like link eyes with each other.
Behold, move your hand away from my piece now.
You just looks good.
That's good. You can look at it later. Which piece in particular is he trying? Is he trying to take a horsey?
He's trying to take a horsey, yeah,
I know you like the horsey,
but it's currently in a very strategic position.
Okay,
Quite frankly, Malcolm, that wasn't very nice.
Okay, so intelligence checks, I assume.
Yep, go ahead. And I'm gonna roll a recharge for this one. Oh my word! Okay. After all this takes place, you look down at your board.
Falling off my chair. Help!
No. You're sat there looking at the board, and as you take back the horsey from Bhold, you forget where it was. You place it 1 square off of where you originally thought it was. As you
Now
do that,
Sasha
you
has
begin
an
to
opening.
play, assuming your defense is perfect. Sasha, on the other hand, notices this change and capitalizes on it, taking your Dragon Queen from you in a very favorable trade. And all of a sudden, as you go to move your knight to take it, almost boastishly, you realize that you can't. And you begin to panic. You've lost one of your key pieces, the main point to your plan, and your defense starts falling apart. I'd like each of you to make an intelligence check, please.
We let them drop at roughly the same time. We start rolling, and the moment we see one of each other drop, we drop.
Drop.
Damn it.
Oh.
Despite this maneuver and the movement in, you calm down. You begin to act out your plan as normal. You begin to start trapping things again. You begin to start taking bits and pieces. You begin to advance on what Sasha has set up on the defenses, and you begin to take bits and pieces. At this point, there's pieces all over the place on the board. It's very difficult to try and gauge what might happen next. I would like each of you to make another intelligence check, please.
Can I
Come
try
on.
again?
I roll a d6 just for the...
Hey, roll
1 and a 3. Okay, well the thing is recharged, so if you wish to use it now, you're welcome to do so.
I
I want to.
Make an attack
Even
roll,
if I get
please.
okay, is a 1 a critical at this point?
It's a critical fail,
Says-
yeah.
Oh, I still win, even though I'm shit.
Critical fails regardless. We'll blame it on the distraction here. That is a total of 14 to hit, I want to say.
Believe so.
14 or
That-
13 to hit. Is that enough on your AC, Elsyan?
Like my AC is 15.
Okay. Kind of aware of what's going on, you watch as the white dragon kind of bounces onto the back of the chair. And as you swivel around to kind of have a look at it, he just sits there and kind of looks up at you, kind of smiling, before jumping onto your shoulder and sitting there and just sitting on your shoulder watching the match. As you turn your head back around, you missed what Sasha did. A piece is gone and one piece has moved, but you've forgotten what you were doing. You've forgotten the whole game plan. You move one of your pieces and it gets taken almost immediately by Sasha. As she begins to gain ground again, begins to take hold, and you've lost your foothold on her side of the board. I'd like each of you to make an intelligence check again, please.
And with that, I leave.
Oh, you're going to leave and call him to you?
Yeah.
Okay. He bounces off of your shoulder and moves across the table.
Ah.
17 and 13. As, despite this, you begin to try and gain control of the match again. Begin to try and control the board, taking back pieces, making sure she doesn't have a foothold. At this point, it's getting into the stage of the game where you're moving your Dragon Kings a lot to try and preserve your other pieces and to try and take pieces with what you can without trapping yourself. I'd like you to make one final intelligence check.
Okay, before this final intelligence check, just, can I use delusion?
What would you like to
something?
do? If you'd rather not say out loud, you can send it to me in a message.
No.
We win.
It's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use delusion to create a piece on Sasha's side to fool her into a false sense of security.
Can I attempt to insight this?
Okay. What is the save against it? Against illusion?
The save against delusion.
If it doesn't have one, I will say that it is a perception check. Because it's an illusion.
It's not. Why isn't it sound? It's definitely. Give me a second.
It might not have one, it might be that only once they interact with it they know.
It doesn't look like it does have one. I could have sworn it.
Okay.
Did, though.
Make a perception check, please, Sasha, against the DC of Elsyan.
Since I'm watching, can I do this as well since I'm watching?
No, because this is specifically Sasha.
No!
Okay, Sasha, there's a haze on your side of the board and you begin to look around and no one else seems to react to it and you kind of feel tense and panicked almost, and you feel the...
I'm imagining this gives me disadvantage.
You feel the enhanceability almost, not necessarily wear off, but it doesn't seem to help. Your vision is clouded. I'd like you to make a roll with disadvantage, and Elsyan, I'd like you to make a roll. That's a 3 versus a 21. With a swift conclusion to the game, Elsyan, you claim the final pieces, executing it perfectly. Set it up. No surrender, no stalemate. You take the last
question.
pieces.
Can I try and insight that last bit with the
No,
with the
as far as
string
you're
messing me
aware,
about?
it was you who had the problem. There was no other signals that kind of matched it. There would be no reason or grudge for you to insight it.
See,
The most you could blame it on is your enhanceability wearing off.
So, if it was me creating a new piece for me, then I think it would be fair if you got insight. But I created a new piece for you.
Yeah, I understand that. My thing is like
2-1 is still winning.
because if
Good
that,
motherfucker.
if my thing now comes back after he stops doing that, I think that would be like a clue in if something was going weird.
The match has been going on for... we will say... it's been going on for... that would be...
8 seconds!
No, not 8 seconds.
To be quite fair, I just spent the first hour of this session just playing chess.
Yeah, we have, but oh well. We'd say that it was a mediocre and regular length game, so it's reaching the 40-minute mark, so your enhanceability would still be up.
Well then, I think I'm done for Dragon Chess for today.
Actually, no. I would like you to make a concentration check with advantage on this. So this is Constitution for you, Harlan, and this is to see if your enhanceability fails or not from the from the effect. No, you're good. With advantage, your enhance ability stays, and you realise that it wasn't your enhance ability. Maybe it was just your nerves.
Well, I think nerves or something must have gotten to me at the end there, but, well, it was a good game.
It was a good game despite the best efforts of the others.
Yes, well, as you know, I didn't really have time to say anything to them, so that was on there. I think we did well together. We did well, and, you know, as I said, I assumed you'd win, and you did.
Now, Chris, can I just check? Would I have noticed Harlan or Sasha being more intelligent than normal?
I didn't roll that one.
I'm going to say give me an insight with disadvantage.
Inside this one. Okay. So,
Just because this is a
what was it?
this is a challenging the intelligence of someone, which is a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah. Still got a +5 to my insight though.
10.
That's still. Yeah.
It's difficult to tell whether it's a natural thing or not. If it was a momentary spark of genius, where maybe she's played this game before, maybe she's seen people play it before and she's picking up a few tricks, maybe she's just very good at reacting to her situations as they come along. You're not sure, but it's something which you haven't seen in action a lot of the time. There are questionable moments where you could go, okay, yeah, this has happened in the past in some of our previous fights and actions, but there's nothing concrete to suggest that it would be anything out of the ordinary.
Fair enough. Well, Sasha, I hate to give you a compliment, but it almost seems as if you've got some sort of natural skill at this dragon chesting. Maybe you should play it more often.
I think maybe I should. I used to play games with my father as a child, and it seems to have stuck a bit. Maybe I'll take up dragon chess.
You did perform very well, Sasha.
Dust off the old brain box. Now, any plans for what we're going to be doing today, or what?
At this point, it's probably 8 o'clock or so. You spent effectively 2 hours playing chess with each other.
What do you say we head to? Anyone checked out where Gree said he was heading? I was thinking maybe about heading down there. And
he's in the what was it?
The White Rat's chamber.
Oh, he was where the White Rat was.
Well, we've visited him. Is he doing all right?
What did you say?
Is he doing all right?
Oh yeah, he said he's the new boss there.
Well, that's good. Maybe we'll go down there and say hello as a party.
Maybe we should.
Malcolm, when you said you left earlier, did that mean you actually left the room, or did you just have, Featherwing return to you?
Oh, I actually left.
Okay.
I went towards the Baroness.
Okay. So we'd say that as you travel away, you begin making your way back down into the Undercity, and you head into the... where would you like to go to try and find her? At this time, she'd either be in the war room or the cafeteria.
I was thinking of just heading to the war room.
Okay. You beeline it for the war room. You begin to make your way over there. As you get there, the guard without hesitation almost opens it as if they're expecting you. And you make your way in. Now you guys can stay for this. As you make your way into the war room, you can see the Baroness there. She's currently there. Currently, what looks to be play fighting with her two dire wolves. And you see Rohal over by the table. She's currently leaning over it, and she's scratching her head and looking at some bits of paper. You see Tiak is there, currently busy concentrating on something, with his visor down that's covered in eyes. You also see what looks to be a hooded figure currently leaning up against the pillar, currently tossing a knife up in the air. As you get a better look at it, you can see the individual has 3 fingers. Not 3 human fingers, but 3 like clawed, almost bug-like fingers, and is just tossing the dagger in the air, flipping it over and over again. As you enter, the hood mildly turns your way and then looks back to the ground, and you don't catch any view of what's on the underside of it.
Hmm. You wish to see me?
You, shortly after your enter and your approach to the Baroness, she stops and looks around, and you get rugby tackled by 2 direwolves.
Yep.
As they charge towards you and just pounce on top of you. You're knocked prone onto the ground. Not necessarily hard, but it wasn't a soft landing, to say the least. You hit the ground, and Featherwing kind of rises up, flies into the air mildly, and you watch the 2 direwolves currently just stand there. One standing on your chest and begins barking at Featherwing.
I'm gonna rub him on the side of the head and say it's alright.
Okay, make an animal handling check with advantage. Okay. He looks at you and he gives your face a lick, knocking your hood back. And Arachne climbs onto the top of your head as you pull yourself up, and the 2 direwolves are there, and Pain walks over and goes, "Ah, so you've arrived."
Yes.
So, I've come to my decision. After speaking with a friend of mine, we believe it is best that we leave you on your quest as it is. You are free to go on your missions as you wish. You are technically still in my care, but you are welcome to do what you wish from here on. I do recommend you do not return back to the Barren Lands without my say-so. However, you are free to roam the Empire as you see fit. With regards to the future and the time ahead, I will do the same as what I did with Cannibal. And she hands you a small sack. The sack or pouch itself is maybe about, we'll say, a little bit smaller than a football.
I guess I'd take it.
It's got a little bit of weight to it. You're not quite sure what's inside it.
I'll take a look. See what's inside.
Okay. As you go to take a look, she places her hand on yours and says, "I wouldn't do that here. You can look at it in the company of your friends, but I wouldn't open it up here. It's better you share what's inside."
Okay.
Other than that, you are free to go. If you ever need me, return to Adamanthia and I will most likely be here. If not, Rohal will probably be able to get in contact with you.
Okay, I will be sure to come back. But before I leave, I did have a question for you.
Go ahead.
You remember the thing that was happening with Arachne, right?
Yes, I do. She seems to be better now.
She's able to move around and eat on her own now, but she still has this sticky stuff on her, and I don't know exactly what it is.
I'd say if there's anyone to speak to about this, the fact that I don't know what kind of magic this is, I would recommend... You said previously that Gree was the one who told you about it?
Yes.
It might be worth speaking to him, or it might be worth going and seeking the Queen's brother.
The Queen's... Whereabouts would Gree be? I haven't seen him since you guys were talking about his freedom.
If you head to the crossroad, you know the crossroad to be a room next to the big arena. It's a large cylindrical building with many illusory doors in it, and anybody with a waystone has the ability to move in and out of it, out of certain doors that they have access to. I believe he upgraded your waystone when you spoke to us last? Oh no, that was Behold's.
Yeah.
Okay. She takes your waystone and she walks over to Tiark and hands it to him, and he does a few little things and passes it back. Now you'll be able to access it. You'll be able to get to it from there or from here, but we're busy today, so I'd recommend going from the crossroads.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I look forward to returning.
I do too. Safe travels.
I'm gonna leave.
Okay. So, you make your way out, you head back up, you see the the tail end of the game between Sasha and Elsyan. And kind of similar to your game, he executes it perfectly. Finishing on a very flourishing move, and just ends up defeating Elsyan, or Sasha.
Defeating Sasha.
No, you
with the
said
finish.
it. Canon now.
No.
Fuck off. I win. I always win.
Oh,
Fist fight,
wait
mate.
till I lobotomize you.
Fist fight.
What?
Now then.
Do you want a fist fight? How are your intelligence and wisdom saves, Behold? Just
Me?
yeah, just asking. Just curious.
The Constitution didn't sound very well.
Well, my wisdom is 1, and then my int is -2. So.
Cool.
Fist fight me, no spells.
I don't use spells. That's fine.
Does it technically count as magic?
No. Psionics do not.
No.
Psionics are magic, but they are not detectable magic.
No mind tricks. Actually, arm wrestle me. Let's go.
Behold, I think not. Because quite frankly, I like my wrists not being utterly destroyed. Your skills are that of the body, mine are that of the mind.
Well, you played a game of the mind, so you better be willing to play a game of the body.
Shit. But Elsyan is a dirty little snake, so no. No. No, Behold, I will not be arm wrestling you.
I'm gonna sit at the table.
Does anyone want to make him fight Bhold? Because I kind of do.
I'm not particularly caring for the situation right now.
I'm just gonna laugh at him and leave.
And leave, did you say?
Walk away, yes.
Now, don't get me wrong, Behold is useful, but he is a little weird, isn't he?
Well,
No, it was him laughing mockingly at you, I imagine.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Yes.
Just randomly arm wrestle me!
anyways, I found a way to where we can be able to get to the dwarven strongholds near the Iron Top Mountain. But we have to go east of Adamantia and clear out a mine that was taken over.
A mine, you say?
A mine, yes.
Taken over by whom?
Goblins.
Oh, I'm in.
And I suppose yes.
Here I was getting used to civilization again.
Oh, please, you've been around me and Bhold.
I take the small things, okay?
The civilized.
There are civilized people here.
The Shishkri.
There's Shishkri. There's Shishkri.
The
And I
Shishkri.
count Queglod in that as well, just because
Yay.
Elsyan does have a healthy respect for Queglod, because he's got the feeling that she could fucking destroy him. With
Do we
magic.
not all have that feeling?
Well, yes. I'm putting it down to Elsyan being an elf and growing up around magic. He respects magic greater than like people's physical abilities.
Wait, so you're saying
Yeah,
you
that makes
respect
sense.
you'd respect my spell usage?
I would respect your spell usage if it wasn't based in Warlock's belief. It's just magic like anything else. Yeah, I went there. Well, Elsyan did.
Mm-hmm.
Elsyan didn't witness the spectacle that you put through against the Goliath, did he?
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
I did.
Hey.
I heard about it.
Yeah, he heard about the
Question.
rumors of it because he was around town at the time.
Hey, quick question. Elsyan, you wanna fight?
I just. Why, Sasha? What's brought this on?
Well, I was recently in the fighting ring, and I thought I'd give it a little go. Just wondered if you'd like to join me.
Why not? I've got nothing else planned for today.
Excellent. It'd be a good way to spend our time. Well, also, I should mention, yesterday I headed over to the Shattered Swords Guild, and I got money. They were willing to give us some money for defeating that nest of spiders. So I've put most of all of it in the group fund, and along with after taking a portion of my share for what do you call it, smithing needs.
I see. So how much do we have in the group fund now?
Well, I put in 250.
I put a fuck ton.
We have,
Yeah, Behold's not wrong. He put in like 600 in.
we have about 948 gold.
Nice.
Right. I would like to raise the idea that for the most part, we do put the majority of our money into the group fund, because I'm beginning to realize that some of us gain a lot of money and some of us don't. And that doesn't seem quite very fair. So I was thinking, to make sure that everyone was capable of getting what they need, we could put the majority of our money in the party fund, and if someone needs something, they just say, I want to buy this, and we agree to that.
Okay.
That seems the fairest way.
Excellent. Now, I will have to be heading over to the Shattered Swords at some point. If anyone else would like to join me, that's good. If not, that's also fine. I need to pick up something from there, and they also have a number of jobs that are possible for us to do. Elsyan, you were heading south, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, you're wanting to head south fairly soon.
Relatively. It's very
Yes.
near.
There is a job that is heading. There are two jobs down south. One of them is dealing with a farm and dealing with some disappearances around there. It's believed to be another spider's nest, which we got through, I think, quite easily. And there's also a protection detail of just looking after a caravan.
Disappearances and the spider's nest are two separate things.
Okay, there's disappearances and there's also a spider's nest in that area, so we got options. And also, there's a protection detail on a caravan. Is a better.
You're talking about the spider's nest to the southeast near the mountains, right?
Yeah. Actually, that's the point. If we go east, then we can then go southeast to get to the south, and then we can. That'll work, yes. Then we can meet up with the caravan detail along the way, perhaps.
Possibly,
Especially
yes.
if you've got some way of transporting us.
Well, yes, I have a way to possibly get us to Drakenforge or Craganville.
Dragonforge or Craganville, you say?
Yes.
Sasha is grinning almost maniacally.
Sasha,
Well-
why are you grinning that much?
Well, those are dwarven towns, and let me tell you, I have been waiting for years to go visit them.
Probably full of drunkards.
What's the city where Maverick is called?
Not a city.
There isn't a city. It's in the centre of the mountains at a place known as the Suncliff Mountains, I think it was. Or Sunkissed Mountains.
Yes. I think it's Sunkissed.
Sunkissed.
I also heard something from Featherwing here. Where he comes from is probably a bit above where the mine is that we're supposed to be going to. And apparently there are statues of people up there. They look
Right.
like they were adventurers, from what he said.
There's probably something there, and it could even be one of the Dorn Marshal tombs.
That would be worth looking out.
Yes, in that case, it's probably worth checking out.
Yes, I say we head to the east first, come back and see what, and then would that be today or tomorrow? You'd want to do that?
Well, we just have to get it done within a week. We have a contract with him.
I'd say tomorrow. That today we have the chance to gather information, get supplies and the like, and
Rest up
prepare ourselves. Yes.
Right then.
Well, I need to head towards where Gree is to talk to him anyways, so.
Right, well. Yes, so head to Gree. I've got to see about meeting up with a certain someone I was sent to by Rahal. Me and Elsyan can have a bit of a match. Do you want to fight in the ring, or do you want to fight in the pit or the ring? Oh my God, is
What's
this
the
it?
difference, really?
One of them we get to wear armor and have weapons. The other one, it's just fists.
I think we'll have the one that gives armor and weapons.
Agreed. Accurate.
So you've agreed on that?
It's agreed.
Or did you?
Okay.
Okay.
With the one that gives armor and weapons and stuff doesn't really matter to me, but I want it to be a fair fight against Sasha.
Fair.
That's fair.
I mean, you would have been able to use your spells anyway, so.
Yeah.
Or your disciplines, rather.
At the very least, it'll look better now.
Of course, and quite frankly, when Sasha just drops to her knees in pain, it'll be great.
Yeah. Question: what's your wisdom?
You don't need to tell him.
You don't need to tell me.
I was planning on it.
Okay, so
Don't know why you're laughing. I've got pretty good wisdom. I'm telling you what it is.
what are your next line of steps then? Actually, you know what? We'll take a quick break there, just to kind of give time for people to go to the loo, grab drink, grab food, whatever. The hot
Oh,
day
thank
here
God.
in the UK. It's just about cooling down now. So we will use this time to take a quick break. We'll be 5 minutes. Harlan will be 5 minutes. No,
Yes, 5 minutes.
I'm going to go and prepare lunch. I'll be back in half an hour. 5 minutes. Okay, so 5 minutes, everybody, and we'll be back in not so long. Alright, let's start this back up
Simon
again.
here?
Hopefully that wasn't too long. That'll do though.
Is Simon here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep.
So, what was your next course of action? You were heading down to the city to go and speak to Gree, or were you heading elsewhere to do other things?
Well, first on the way towards Gree, I was gonna buy a pan flute.
Okay. So, as you're traveling through the main markets, give me a basic investigation check. Just see if you spot one on the way. Because at this point it's 8 AM, so the markets are beginning to close down. Or the stalls are. Looking around, you notice one in particular who's just about to shut up shop. You quickly run over and you see that he's got a pan flute there. It's a fairly nice design one. You sense a little bit of magic coming off of it.
How much for the flute?
Which one you looking at?
I'm pick up the one.
Do you notice? Yeah.
Yeah.
The individual you're currently looking at is a dwarven individual. He's currently standing on a box to be an appropriate height with you. He's got a grizzly beard that's currently hangs down in front of him, kind of unchecked, tattered. Bald on top, and he has what looks to be a large rucksack on his back, and he seems to have quite a few wares. And just
There's moss hanging from each part of the backpack.
No.
He's got a creepy smile in his...
No, you've already met Happy Salesman. He was on the surface selling you dried herbs.
I remember.
Yes.
I remember.
So, you... And he stands there before you with all these bits and pieces out, and you pick up the flute, or the pan flute. Those? I believe those are... And he pulls out a book, and he begins to look through the basic price of the price of the object. While I go through my DMG and find what I'm looking for. Got its rarity. It is... that's one I'd probably put it around about... Its magical properties. 250 gold pieces. You do see a regular one there as well. You do see just a regular pan flute there as well, which seems to be vastly cheaper.
What kind of magical properties are we talking about?
Well, I mean, you can check it for yourself if you want. It's, don't play it, though. It's a bit strange like that. It basically gives you the ability to summon rats to your aid.
Rats?
Yes, rats. Looking at its design, you can see that along the main section of it, leading up to where the mouthpiece is or the main mouthpiece for it all, you can see what looks to be etched into the side of the wood strip that goes along it. The kind of depiction of a rat or a mouse-like creature tumbling down as the pan flute kind of curves downwards along the flat edge where you would blow into it. It has what looks to be a simple sash around the outside, and attached to the very tip of it where it connects to the top is a small metal rodent creature currently attached to the end. You don't want it, you don't have to buy it. It's just its price.
Yeah, I think I'll just take this normal one.
Alright, 15 gold pieces for that, please.
I hand it over.
Okay. 15 gold pieces to him, and you now have a regular pan flute.
Yes, finally.
Good day. And you watch as he scoops all of his stuff up and like puts it into a small sack, which he then ties, kind of Mary Poppins style, then puts it in his bag and walks on.
I thought he was just setting up. What the fuck?
No, he's taking down. It's 8 AM. Remember, these are night folk.
Oh, right, we're in the Undercity.
Right.
Yes.
I'm gonna continue on my journey towards Gree.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we are all coming with you, right?
Yeah, it's just Malcolm had a stop on the way.
That was my understanding.
Yeah. So as you all begin to make your way through, you go through the main courtyard, all the rest of it. You go into the big arena, and you can see in the arena that there seem to be 2 individuals sparring. There only seems to be 1 other individual watching, and they just seem to be either mildly entertained for it, or they seem to be a trainer of one of the 2 of them, and they seem to be sparring at the time. It's not really active. And to the left of you, there is this gilded oaken door with a kind of a basic signage on it that basically depicts this as the crossroad.
Is Pain around?
No, you can't see her anywhere.
Wait, this is a crossroad, so
Yeah.
I guess I'll take out my waystone.
Okay. So you take out your waystone. The door is a physical door. You'd have to actually open it.
Yeah, no, but I'm getting it ready.
Okay.
I have this stone too, right?
Yeah, you both do. Assume you guys head in?
Sure.
Yeah.
As you head in, you see a large cylindrical room. You immediately end up on a small platform, which immediately goes into a spiral staircase that goes around this cylindrical room. Fairly large cylindrical room. And looking up, you can see floating chandeliers in the center of the room, each of which are linked to one another by a chain before they reach what looks to be the very top of this, which is a simple stone ceiling, and then it goes down quite a way as well. You imagine it'll be about 50 foot up and maybe 100 foot down by the looks of it. It's quite a tall cylinder, and lining the staircase are small indents with doors on, each of which have small plaques to the side of them with names on of either locations or people, and you can see that they just line this entire area.
Well, can I look for any names I recognize?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Make a perception check. Unless you wanted to go more up close and personal, in which case investigation.
Well, either way, it's 2. No, it's perception, so 5.
Okay. So, looking around, you can see a few names of places you've been. You can see the arena. You can see one to the fighting pit as well. So there's obviously some kind of illusory door in there which allows you to get here quicker. There seems to be one talking about the end of the crafting district, looking about. It seems to be about 2 stories up. And you can see one leading to the jailhouse. Other than that, you don't spot any names you recognize.
Huh. Well, it seems interesting. Where's Gree? Malcom. And Bhold.
I didn't get an... I just was told that I could get to him from here. I don't know exactly where he was.
I guess then we'll be looking for the Morban ruins or citadel or something like that.
Maybe there's one here that might say Labyrinth, because that's where we went to.
Righto. Everyone keep your eyes out, and Sasha's just going to begin walking down, looking for anything that could possibly be to that place.
Okay. I would like everyone to make an investigation check, with the exception of Malcom, who has advantage on this, because you've been through this place and you know how its general gist of it works.
5.
Okay. Also, can I send Felipe?
Actually,
out
said
to do some
6.
scouting?
You want to send Felipe around?
Yeah, like I'll go as well, like with the others.
Okay.
But...
Looking around, you all begin splitting off in different directions, looking around, going up and down the stairs. Some of you move off at faster paces. Elsyan, from your distance, as you're moving up, each of you are getting a little bit of a better look at this. You each see what looks to be a suit of armor that seems to be placed in every 3 or 4 indents into the wall. There seems to be just this suit of armor that's placed there. And Malcolm, you know these to be animated armors. They will move on anyone who is unauthorized to be in this room, and generally anyone who isn't allowed in. And people who are allowed in are generally those who are marked, and that's what you gather that's what you've known to be the scarves for. The scarves are used to depict that you are a member. And as you're moving about, Elsyan, you spot what looks to be a dwarf currently walking down, and you can see that he has just come out of a door which is called Gree's Laboratory. The plaque seems very, very new. It's very shiny as it is, and the door looks very new as well.
Great, another dwarf.
Going to.
We didn't have enough for the first one.
Can I start smashing on the door?
I reckon he's in that.
Apparently, Elsyan's the only one who's seen it.
I'm the only one that's seen it. I'm just about to relay this information. I reckon Breeze through that door there, considering it's got his name on it.
You say this to surrounding people, it's a little bit upwards. Sasha, you have a good job trying to catch up with the rest of them as you were heading downwards. So you all begin to head up to his door?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll recall Felipe as well.
Okay. You recall Felipe, you head up as a group and you get to the door. It's, again, same as kind of like the others. It's a oak or dark oak door with metal gilding around the outside of it. This one looks very fresh, and it's kind of got a few fancy carvings inside of it. It has what looks to be a spider on the front of it, and the number 1 on the abdomen of it. You know that numbers generally depict or are used when there are multiple locations for something.
Ah, okay. Oh. I guess I'll head
Alright,
over.
he's upgraded this place way more. I thought.
So, how do you proceed?
I guess I'll go in.
Okay.
I'll follow as soon as I can with me. Bloody stairs!
You move up and you move past the dwarf who's currently coming down. He gives you a nod as you're currently panting and moving up in your chain armor or chainmail. Gives you a nod.
Okay, as I pass him, I am literally going to, in Dwarven, just mumble, bloody stairs.
Turns around and gives you a look and says, "These are well-made stairs."
Oh, they're
Dwarvish
wonderful
back.
stairs. They're wonderfully made stairs. That doesn't mean I have to enjoy going up them. Although I do appreciate the stonework. I'm loving the crenellation.
Yes, it is nice, isn't it?
Delightful. Have a good day, sir.
Have a good day. And he turns around and walks back down the stairs and heads to the door.
If there's a more casual dwarven conversation, I don't know what that is. Lovely stonework, I agree.
You catch up with the rest of the group. Malcolm holds the waystone up and you watch as the door mildly glows with the blue energy of the waystone. And the door opens up and you see what looks to be the same kind of blue, purplish, illusory stonework on the inside where it's like carved stone or brick. And as you head through, you open up into another door. You stand before what looks to be a large altar, almost. You don't recognize the room you're in immediately. Elsyan, you're one of the first few to recognize it, other than Bhold, who's been here before. This is the room where you fought the White Rat. However, you're about 10 feet down, where what was previously muck. It seems to have been cleaned out, the walls seem to have been washed and scrubbed, and you can now see what looks to be carvings, a depiction going around the outside of a great battle. One you've seen before in Orca's tomb.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Alright, can we inspect
Okay. Hold on, so just to clarify, They cleaned out the muck on the floor, and it's now like 10 feet deeper.
Yes. So, effectively, from a side-on view, this is basically what it would look like. Previously, you were up here, and you came in the door that was up here on this side. Now, you are down here, where all of the solidified mud and muck has been removed, and now you are left with what would be a altar almost, with the stairway being like that, and then it leads down with a steep set of stairs going in a zigzag pattern like that. And there's another door on this side, which you have been through, Bhold. And you see up above as you enter, you watch as Gree pokes his head out from the top and he goes, "Ah, friends, it's been a while. Been half a day for you, Bhold, and half a day for you, Malcom, and a few days for the rest of you. It's good to see you're all intact."
I guess you managed to get your freedom?
50,000 gold will do that for you, yes.
Well, it's quite the sum.
I guess he hasn't told you. I went into the big arena, clashed a few heads with some people, and it was a good lot of fun.
Oh, I'm
Here,
sorry.
it's 50 gold, 50,000 gold in the big arena.
Uh-huh.
I'm terribly sorry I missed that. Gree?
Yes. How may I help?
This is... Well, other than that, what have you been setting up to? I said laboratory. I imagine you're continuing your work.
Yes. Currently I've got some spider creations of mine heading down into the lower caverns to excavate and deal with the rest. Your friend Bhold here helped clean out some of it yesterday. Nasty creatures left down there. But they're gone now, and the dwarves have dealt with some stonework and cleaning up the location. Now it's just a matter of setting up this place to be a magic shop.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
My speciality is potions and similar concoctions, as well as working with some more dangerous magic items.
I can't help but noticing the we were down here previously when we were dealing with the Morbin, and I can't help but notice the stonework here now that it's been cleaned up.
Yes.
Is these carvings and the stuff on the wall? Is that of the Great War?
Yes, it is. I'm surprised you're familiar with it. Although it is your land, so it's not that surprising that you know about it. Why?
I do research in my spare time. Well, I was surprised it was down here. I'm wondering what this place was.
Well, from what I can tell, and from the small altar at the top, it seems to have been what I can only assume to be a necromancer's lair.
Oh, I'm aware of a necromancer being here previously, but I more meant the carvings. No necromancer would have carvings of the Great War, considering they were driven back. I'm wondering about the place, the ruins themselves, what they're from.
Well, it is a necromancer's prison.
Hmm.
Necromancers who were caught during the Great War were sent here and kept here.
Right.
Whoever owned this place obviously previously left it. The area behind you, and he points to the what is the now like fully open door that leads into this dark hallway that currently seems to be mildly lit with torches. Through that way, you'll find about 400 plus prison cells, each filled with an own skeleton. Each individual has been stripped of their wares, and everything has been left behind. Only one cell in particular, I figured it out in the end, by the way, Bhold. That one cell you found, leading through, I found a shrine to Devad.
Oh.
I had 13 take care of it. It's gone now. The dwarves were a little bit interested in it, and Rohal came down here herself to inspect it. But it's gone now, I've made sure of that. I have a fascination with the undead, but nothing more.
Who was the Vab?
Who?
Yeah, who is?
The Demon King sort of.
Devard
right?
is
A
the
skeleton. What?
Devard is the Actually, you'd know he's been called this. I'd like each of you to make a religion check with advantage. Because he's been called this before. Yes, a religion check with advantage for all of this.
Thank God for advantage.
That all of us, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Which one?
What?
Nat 20.
I think.
Elsyan, you know
Was-
about this quite a lot. It's caused a lot of damage to you. Same with you,
Yeah.
Queglod.
What
You
What is
used
happening there? It was an 18 when I rolled it, and I picked it up and it.
Yeah, you picked up and it
Either
flipped
way,
randomly.
you'd know about.
Yeah.
You definitely
I'm a
know about
17.
this, Queglod. You know who Devard is. That was a 10. I did say it's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to move it over.
Yeah, something weird's going on with the dice. So, all of you know who Devard is. Devard is the draconic deity of undeath. He is the one of whom the undead scion, Ringar, the one who the Dawn Marshals previously fought, belongs to. He is the one who is the deity. He is the effectively the one who caused the Great War. Elsyan, from what you know, Devard is a little bit larger than that. He has something far worse that a lot of the other deities don't have. And that is a plane of existence that he has created within the material plane. It has yet to be found, and there are only rumours of it. But from what you've heard from the Elven courts, the Forgotten Lands is a conversion, or the beginning of a conversion to another plane of existence. And your understanding is that if this spreads, the material plane could be shifted to an entirely new plane of existence. In doing so, it would destroy all life on the material plane.
Huh.
Potentially.
So we really better be good Dawn Marshals.
Suddenly Elsyan is taking this Dawn Marshal thing not as something just to put on the CV.
Agree. Are you aware of the Dawn Marshal?
Mildly, yes. They didn't play much role in the Underdark when I was born. They were a little bit... They were more topside from when I was around. But...
Well, I heard...
Yes. I know
Is
of
it
them.
possible? This was probably... This could have been one of their facilities, or one of one of their ruins. I don't suppose you've seen any there's any information in this place that hasn't been eroded with time and misuse.
Well, I'm still exploring the further caverns, and 13 is currently out doing that with the other spiders. I'm busy just preparing the way forward for this place here.
Of course. Would it be too much of an imposition to have a quick look around?
By all means, go ahead. Just watch your footing.
Thank you.
Somebody left traps behind.
I will make sure. I will try to do so, and well, if not, I'll deal with it myself. Thank you very much, Green. I am just going to immediately start going for a little bit of a look-see around the place.
Okay. As you head through the door, you immediately get hit with the stench of what would be dust, oldness, and very ancient decay.
Oh.
And looking along the left and right, you can see cells lining the walls, with each of them having an individual skeleton in it, tied to the wall by these chain manacles.
I'm going to wrap wrap and rewrap my scarf around over my mouth. Like, usually I have one wrapping. I'm just doing a couple extra, just to sort of block out the smell as best as possible.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go for
Yeah. Is anybody else following?
I'm
Queglod, you know you wanna.
Yes, I'll follow.
Yeah.
Alright, so Queglod, Bhold,
Half-Fine and Short Stack
Sasha.
together again.
Malcom, and Elsyan. What are you doing in this situation?
I'm staying behind.
I'm not entirely sure. I'll stay behind as well.
So, as you lot all head through the tunnels, Bhold, you see, well, as you're all moving through, you see the same sort of things. Bhold, you see the same flat wall again. Nothing seems to have changed about it. On your right, there's a dead end and just seems to be a basic flat wall. To the left, it seems to lead onwards. As you move down, you see what looks to be almost like coiled corpses of this, like, just straight muscle and guts, just in a pile almost. Bhold, you know what this is.
Yep, I do. I will not tell the others, though.
Okay.
Can I try and work out what it is? Or
Nature check.
If I know one.
Actually, no, nature check with
check.
disadvantage, because this thing's been disembodied to
Alright.
the worst of the worst times.
2 nat 20s. Nope.
2.
It is a 5.
5. And that is a 3. Neither of you can tell what these
6 total.
what this thing is. It's just a pile
Any-
of guts and blood and that sort of thing. You see to the
Anyone
right
have any
that
idea what
there
that is?
are you see to the right that there are a few more piles of guts. And there is a what looks to be an archway. Behold, this was previously collapsed in when you were previously here. And the way ahead seems to have been cleared as well.
Right. Can we go further down?
Yeah, sure. Which way would you like to go? Left, straight ahead, or to the right? The room which you found is on the left. After you go straight ahead.
The thing that was collapsed was on the right, right?
Both of them were. Just the one straight ahead was forcefully collapsed.
Oh, yeah. Is that one fixed as well?
Yes, both of them have been removed or cleared.
Let's go up straight.
The rest of you all following along with Bhold, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you make your way forward, Bhold, on the area on the left, you see the carving, and you see it looks like a pushed-back open door made out of the stone, as it just comes loose and has been pushed back. And you see on the inside what looks to be now a desecrated stone table that's been smashed into pieces. You see that there's little bits of icons and statues and that sort of thing have all been broken and smashed on the floor. You can see what looks to be the remains of some holy symbol that's been charred and bent and then broken in half.
So this is a thing to divide.
You gather
This
as
was
much.
where I'm gonna look at it. I'm just gonna sacred flame the thing.
Okay.
Like sacred flame doesn't necessarily like hurt anything.
Is it an attack
physically,
roll or is it
but
a saving throw?
It is a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so it automatically fails.
Mhm. Oh
Okay.
wait, shit! No, I don't have it anymore. Fuck.
Oh, you swapped it out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Would
yeah.
you like to do anything
ignore
else
that then. Thaumaturgy, told the dead, mending, guidance. Nope, I do not have good stuff for the good stuff.
It always
Well.
toll the dead.
That somehow feels like a bad idea.
What happened now?
It's a spell. Or a cantrip. It does damage.
I am not doing something of necrotic power in this place.
Okay.
Right. I am going to gingerly step towards the threshold and just sort of look inside, make sure there's nothing left that's still intact.
Okay. As you stick your head inside, you can see what looks to be. Actually, give me an investigation check for this.
Doke.
You can see where the altar's been destroyed. You can see the statue that's been broken up. They used to depict a skeletal dragon of some kind. The bits of it have been snapped off and broken. You can see the jewellery and the holy symbols that seem to have been, or unholy symbols that have been broken and torn apart. You can see on the side what looks to be a almost like a tattered tapestry that's been sliced straight down the middle. And it's burnt on the edges where it seems to have been attempted to be burned and set aflame.
I'm going to try to set it more aflame.
How?
I'm going to take my Smashfist hammer, I'm going to convert it to fire, and then I'm going to, like, say a prayer to Aturan. By Aturan's fire, I ask you to cleanse this place of evil. I wish to eradicate all essence of Devad that lies within this place. Please allow me to destroy this evil and horror here. By Aturan's fire, I will purge this place of evil. And then I'm going, with the flaming hammer, I'm just smashing it into this tapestry.
Okay, give me an attack roll. With advantage because it's an unmoving target.
That is with a +4, so 17.
Okay.
Wait, actually, is it +4? It might be more. No, +6.
+6 because of your gauntlets now, yeah.
Yeah, because of my proficiency.
You swing a powerful strike into the tapestry. You hit the tapestry and it catches aflame, and your hammer passes through the stonework behind. You lose your footing and you stumble to the side further into it, and you pull your hammer free, and you watch as the wall warbles before going back to what looks to be solid stone.
Thank you, Aturan. Queglod, Bhold, with me. This wall isn't real.
Alright, let's take a look what's on the other side then.
Alright.
I'm readying my shield,
Okay.
and I'm making
I
my way.
put my goggles on and walk through.
Okay, you put your goggles
well.
on.
Well,
I love your goggles.
my God.
Goggles.
Okay. Yeah, I'll like settle into a defensive stance, but then seeing Bhold walk through, I'll walk like straight through behind him.
So, as you all walk through, what you can see behind seems to be what looks to be a kind of a small corridor that goes forward and then leads down a set of stairs. Along the side, you can see what look to be, with your dark vision that each of you have. I believe everybody here has dark vision.
Yep.
Yes, and you have superior dark vision, don't you, Queglod, because of your devil's sight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, your eyes dilate to the maximum, and your eyes just go pitch black. Now you're in this deep darkness, and as you're looking down the way, you can see what looks to be skulls that have been carved into the side of the walls on the way down on this stairway.
Oh, this is not good. Right. Queglod, you've been dealing with undead and the like. Help me here. What do we do? I think we may need to. I think we may need to get the others.
That might be a good idea. If you two can hold off here, I'll go and grab them.
Behold, we'll stay here and guard the area, see what we can find in the immediate area. We'll wait for the other three to get back. Is that all right with you, Behold?
I want to go with Queglod.
I'll be back
I'd rather not
shortly.
be here. I'd rather not be here alone.
Yeah, I'll be back soon. Behold, I just need to go and get the others. I need you to stay here to look after Sasha.
Okay. I'll pull out my accent.
Okay, I just had a thought, Chris. There's no reason for me to have guidance because I wouldn't have I didn't know about the cooking place before
Competition.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you mind if I change it back to Sacred Flame?
No, that's fine. You have a reason to do it, so that's fine.
I just realized that, and I was telling people, I was like going, I really wish I had Sacred Flame. Wait, why do I have these? Oh right. Yeah, that was metagaming on my part. Like the second level spells make sense. The first level spells make sense because, well, they're all kind of the same.
It's trying out spells versus, oh, I took it because of this niche reason, which now
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so back the way where you guys are, you see what okay. What are Malcom and Elsyan doing at this time?
I'm walking up to Gree.
Okay.
Elsyan's just having another look at the scene of the battle and stuff.
Okay. Just so you can get a better idea of this and how it currently is, Malcom, Gree is currently at the top of that bit, looking down.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
So you're going to climb the stairs and head all the way up.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you trained in athletics? I believe you are because of Outlander.
Yes.
Okay. We'll say you make it to the top, fine. You make your way up and Gree is currently there, busy. By the looks of it, now you get a better look. Gree has changed out of his dark leathers and his white kind of science coat that he had on, and you now see him in this deep red shade kind of robe that sticks to his body almost. It's not the same as what Arachne has on her. It's more of like it doesn't exactly flow with the wind. It's kind of tight fitting.
That look certainly suits you.
Why, thank you. It's something I do much enjoy.
I was wondering if you could help me with something.
Go ahead. What do you need help with?
Arachne is up and moving on her own. She's able to eat and all, but she has this weird sticky stuff on her, and I don't know what it is.
Well, previously, remember I mentioned that it was the essence of the van plant. The fact that the fact that it's stuck around. The fact that it's stuck around means that it has a positive means in her current existence. It means that she's holding onto it for some reason. Maybe she wants it to develop, maybe she wants to do something with it. I can't say. I'm not her.
That makes me think.
Dangerous. Go ahead.
I'm going to sit down and start casting Speak with Animals.
Alright. How long is the ritual? I can't remember whether it can be ritual cast or if
it has to be ritual cast.
Okay. So, okay then. So as you begin to, well, it doesn't have to be ritual cast. You can just use a spell slot if you wanted to.
Oh, I thought it had to be ritual cast because it said ritual in it.
No, that means you can ritual cast it.
Oh, Hmm.
I mean, might as well.
The ritual
Unless it'll
casting
take,
will
like, an
take 10
hour.
minutes.
Yeah, I don't really see a reason why I wouldn't, and I could be able to possibly use a first level spell slot for something else. So
That's fair. So you ritual cast speak with animals.
yes.
Okay. As you begin to focus on this, Arachne's currently standing there, currently watching you as you do this. And Bree kind of goes back to what he's doing. About a minute or two into your casting, Sasha, you come back through the door. No, Queglod, you come back through the door, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was me.
Yeah. And Elsyan, what would you be doing at this time? You just like you were inspecting the wall, weren't you?
I was more just looking at it and just casually having a little look around. Yeah, inspecting it. Let's go for that.
Okay. So, as you're looking at the wall, you see the same depiction which you've seen before. The image of Motalin kind of breathing her life down onto the world, and the Seraph currently protecting over the individuals, as the Dawn Marshals in mid-fight are currently holding their weapons up into the air and shouting. You can see plenty of individuals currently you can see plenty of the individuals who are currently there in the depictions shouting and cheering, and individuals beginning to fight. You can see the undead preparing their fight ahead with Ringar at their back.
Fair enough.
It's the same image you saw before. There don't seem to be any
There's no
differences. No.
There wasn't anything I might have on there that we might have missed from last time.
No, not that you can tell. Not with your passive investigation, anyway.
Yeah.
You do wish to do further investigation, you can.
Yeah, I don't really think that's much point.
Okay. So, it's at this point that, Queglod, you come bursting through the door. Or, yeah, you would come bursting through the door, and you, Elsyan, you spot it first. You're currently on the lower floor. And, Queglod just comes through the door.
Yeah, Queglod.
There you two are.
What's happened? Has
We've,
Sasha fucked up again?
No, we found a hidden chamber behind one of the tapestries. I need you both to come quickly.
Very well.
Not saying I don't trust Gree, but is there any chance he reacted to that poorly?
I'm gonna roll to see if he heard it, first of all. Same with you, Malcom. I'd like you to roll it, unless you're trying to say it to the room, Queglod.
No, I'll yell it up to Malcolm in a moment when he doesn't seem to hear.
Well, I mean, I could.
Unless he hears.
So I just do it.
Yeah. Okay. Gree does notice this as you yell it down. Same with you, Malcom. You notice as Queglod's rushed in and kind of said this. He looks over and says, "So I missed something here.
Well,
would you lot be able to
apparently.
take care of it? I've got some things to do. 13 will be around if you need some spiders to go with you, but... well... if you see it as urgent, I'll let you handle that. Unless you want me to report back to Harlan about this.
Well, we don't know exactly what we found yet, but it would probably be a good idea if she knows broadly what's going on.
Alright, I'll head back to the war room. I'll let them know what's going on. Do you want me to just tell them that you're taking care of it, or you're investigating it and they might need support? What would you like me to do?
If there's backup on standby, that would be helpful, but hopefully we can deal with this ourselves.
Sounds good. All right then. I'll leave you to that. And 13 will be somewhere in those in the prisons down there. Just ask him for a spider or two. He'll lend them.
Yeah. Great.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you something.
By all means.
Do you know of the spider nest to the southeast near the mountains of the city?
Yes, that's another one of the outposts the Queen desired to be made. Why?
Because we are going to be passing through there at some point.
Alright.
Do you think if we did go into there, do you think we might have to deal with something like what we had to deal with in the one where we found you?
It's possible, yeah. Usually van plants aren't that often made. The only reason that one was made is because we had access to a fairly rich trading system. If they have access to a trading network as well, I don't know the topside map all that well, then I'd imagine they may have one or two, depending on how rich it is. Generally, the process of summoning a van plant takes 30 to 50 souls, depending on the strength of the soul, and usually utilizes a fair bit of money. But it's a defense mechanism which is proven in the past to take care of regular snoopers.
I know they get trade through there, but I'm not sure how rich the trade is through there.
Then I can't be certain, I'm afraid, but it's anyone's guess.
Okay. Am I able to still ritual cast speak with the animals while moving?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so.
Okay, I'm gonna lead the way back to the hidden area then.
Back to the hidden area?
Yeah, with the others. I assume they're coming.
So, well, unless anybody else wants to do something else rather than go with them.
I got nothing else to do.
Nope, nothing else to do.
Okay, so you begin to head through the walkway. I believe all of you have sufficient dark vision for this. So you begin to head through, and you can see now in the distance. You can see Bhold currently standing there in the hallway, waiting for the rest of you to return, and you can see Sasha also standing there, kind of looking out for you, or looking out for you guys.
Well, thank goodness you're here. Found this place, and, well, frankly, it does not look good.
Yes. Nothing's happened while we've been away, has it?
Not that I've noticed, but still don't feel comfortable being. Place is obviously devoted to the Vad, and that can mean nothing but trouble. Right, well, I say we begin down there, and if we see anything that looks particularly malignant, destroy it.
Okay, then.
Very well. Let's try and all stay together.
Okay.
Right, Malcom, maybe light up Lighthouse so that we can all see clearly.
Well, I'm gonna have to switch to gem first.
What?
Yes, because you have the fire gem in there, don't you? Okay. So that would take better part of a bonus. That'll take the better part of an action. So doesn't take too long, but not exactly the fastest thing in the world. Okay. So you swap out to the lighthouse gem, and you begin to emanate a very steady glow around the gem, which begins to emanate in the general area. As you do this, you step into the small area where the staircase is.
Yes.
Okay. As you step into the area where the staircase is, there's a and this wind rushes past you.
Oh, that is not good in the slightest.
Well,
Okay, everyone be ready then.
might as well
Oh.
check it out.
Okay. So, you guys just continue on down the staircase.
Wary, of course, of whatever that thing is.
Okay. So, as you're all moving on, I would like a marching order for this, please.
Well,
I sense a combat if ever I've heard one.
I'll be first.
I would like to try and get in front of Malcom because I am the one with health and shield.
I would also like Sasha to be very much in front. Not trying to get you weakened up at all for our fight.
Malcom, I would prefer to go first, just in case. Should anything attack us, I'll be the one to take the hit.
Why would anything attack us?
Did you not hear this wind of spookiness, Elsyan?
Wind of spooky.
Oh, Sasha, are you scared? That's
I'm
adorable.
not
I'll go
scared.
after
I am aware of the fact that we are deep within some unholy cavern that is devoted to Devad, the demon prince of awfulness, of shit and humbuggery.
By the way, is my speak with the animals ready yet?
True.
Yeah, your speak with animals is triggered at this point.
Okay.
While your perception of Devad is true, there doesn't seem to be anything around that could truly do us harm.
It's not the things that you see that get you, it's the ones that you don't.
Yes, you're scared.
Okay.
Well,
So your speak with
whatever
animals
helps
is
you.
ready if you wanted to use it.
I do, in fact, want to use it.
Okay.
I'm gonna use it to try and talk to Arachne.
As you've been focusing this entire time, you switch the gem out. The process of it all is fairly trivial. Your concentration on your casting clarifies, and you connect with Arachne and with Featherwing successfully.
Arachne, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Oh. Well, that's unexpected. I didn't actually expect to get a response.
Yes, the power that came from that thing is... It stings, but I'm getting used to it.
Can you tell exactly what the power is?
Not entirely, no.
What about the sticky stuff that's on you? Gree said that if it stuck around, then you wanted it to stay?
Yes, it's effectively a protective layer for the moment, until my true shell grows through.
True shell. I'm guessing you. Are you feeling better after the whole ordeal?
I feel stronger, but I can't say much more than that.
Well, it's nice to actually hear your voice now.
Yes.
Still quite strange, though.
How so?
Well, after the ordeal that happened, you got a heartbeat, which is strange.
That is true, yes.
I'm still trying to put the pieces together of what happened there.
Well, I dived into the fray and I kind of took the hit for you. I was worried for what was going to happen. I felt a calling almost. A strength from that thing which I tried to reach out and get. It wasn't something I planned, but just happened. Are you mad at me, or...?
No, I'm not mad. I'm just confused by the whole situation.
Disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
When you jumped onto the crystal, you scared me a little bit there. I didn't want something bad to happen to you. Well, as long as you're okay, I'm happy. I also meant to ask, how do you feel about Featherwing here?
He's fun. Well, we've been playing games so far. He's quite good at chase.
Well, I hope you two make good friends with each other.
I think we will. It's just a matter of time, I think. So far we're getting on.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, I think that something might happen here, so I want you to stay tucked away.
Okay.
Just in case something dangerous happens.
Okay. I can do that.
Alright, well.
Of course, Papa!
So.
Papa!
Padre?
So, as you make your way down the stairs, and you're saying this, who was first again? Sasha.
Sasha, if possible.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
That's fair. That is a... Oh, that's a 6.
Okay. As you're going down the stairs, your foot lands on something. It goes
Oh shit!
And that's a 26 to hit.
Oh goodness!
All right, okay. And you take.
GG Nori.
You take 8 points of piercing damage as a bolt whacks into the bait or pierces straight through the side of your chain armor into your side rib from one of these skulls, which is on the side through its open mouth. As this happens, there are
oh shit! I'm readying my shield.
Okay. You ready your shield? Nothing seems to be happening.
Right. That was a trap.
and it skewered me, which is not fun.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I'm gonna just... Would you mind if we all take a little bit of a step back first?
Yes, why don't we all shuffle back a little bit? Malcolm, why don't you have a look at Sasha's wound? Or actually, which of you is better at looking at wounds? It'd probably actually be Sasha, wouldn't it?
It's me.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let's just step back for a second and give me some room, please.
Sweet, I'm not that bad at medicine.
Have you got a +5?
I got a +4.
Well, then you can help me. Right, let me and Malcolm deal with it.
I've got a +3, so.
Shut up.
Right. While we're waiting, I'm gonna survey the area ahead, see if I can see any more traps.
Right.
Okay. Give me
Malcolm
an investigation check on your part, Queglod. People with medicine, do your rolls.
I'm not actually going to be helping him with medicine. I was just making a comment. I was going to look for more traps or anything.
Okay, make an investigation on your part, Elsyan.
Well.
Right, that's an 11.
That's 18?
18. Okay, so...
Is it my investigation?
On the medicine part, Sasha, you're looking down at it, and it stings and it hurts. It feels like it's hit something.
Okay.
And you're not entirely
It's
sure what it is.
Oh, it's kind of hard to concentrate with all this pain. Oh.
Yeah. Malcolm,
It hit something.
You get a better look at it. It seems to have wedged itself in between the ribs, for where the chainmail is. You're not quite sure what shape the bolt is. If it's barbed, it's probably going to tear a lot of the muscle out, which helps with breathing, which could cause a lot of internal damage if not dealt with immediately by some magical means.
So would magical healing actually help with this?
Probably. It's just one of those that if it's not done immediately or correctly, you're going to do a lot of internal damage to Sasha.
Sasha, do you trust me?
Only vaguely. Yes, I trust you. Give me a second to deal with this. Right. What I'm gonna do is, I'm going to do something that might be not terribly smart, but it's probably the easiest way to tell what this thing looks like. I'm gonna try and gently move it around so I can try and get an idea of where the sharp bits of it are.
Okay.
No, actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's a stupid idea. I don't suppose I could use Artisan's Blessing. Okay, Chris, I don't suppose I could use Artisan's Blessing on the bolt, could I, to get the metal bits and turn them into something else?
You want to spend an hour doing that? Go ahead.
Okay, fine. Alright, how about this? Okay. I am going to quickly pray to my god and try and see about what the best course of action here is.
Okay. Is Bhold here?
If that doesn't work, go right ahead.
Is Bhold here? Yeah. He is. Why?
And where exactly is this bolt? Can you describe me again?
Oh, goodness.
It is wedged in the side of Sasha's chainmail on the right side, and from what they can tell, it's between her ribs, effectively.
Oh, so, okay.
Bhold, expert individual.
Surgeon over here.
Oh god, no. Toran, I have been shot within the tomb of Devad. I know not what course of action I should take here. Please guide me in your vast wisdom. Tell me of this weapon that has hurt me, so I may know the best course of action to take.
Make a religion check.
Well, hot diggity shit.
Right. The bolt itself doesn't seem to be barbed. It's a regular bolt, regular crossbow bolt with a very fine end so that it can puncture straight through chainmail with ease. You could probably pull this out and then patch it up and it should be okay as long as you apply pressure for it for a long enough time. If you wanted to apply magical means such as a cure wounds or something similar, or maybe even taking a healing potion, you could probably deal with it that way. The only thing which basically isn't recommended is don't snap off the bolt. And leave it in there, because that will probably cause a later infection.
Right, it's not barbed. Rip it out of me and then heal me up. A potion should probably
Alright.
do it.
Well,
Is this a strength check to rip it out?
I'm good.
You know what? I think I'll rip it out of myself if you don't mind.
Too late.
Rip. While this is happening, I'm gonna hand over my only healing potion that I got.
You
I mean, is this thing being ripped out of me?
Yeah, I thought it was.
It was an 18.
Well, it was an 18, so yeah.
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 What? Actually, that was pretty helpful for the pain. I'm just going to... Do I want to chug the healing potion, or do I want to, like, pour it on the wound, or what?
Probably chug it.
Yeah.
Chug it.
That's how potions work.
I don't know. It could be a salve, or... Okay, I'll chug it. I'll chug the potion immediately after this. After a brief moment of, what the fuck? Okay.
Alright. I do have a plan.
Right, that's 2d4 plus something.
2d4
right?
plus 2, yes. For a basic healing potion.
2, 4. Where's the bags? There's the bag.
There you go, 2d4 plus 2. What are the rest of you doing? You're investigating for traps.
I was going.
Yeah.
So,
I was.
Elsyan, as you look down, you can see that there, with what you can basically see down here, you can see what look to be 10 skulls in all, including the one that shot Sasha.
Convenient enough, I actually go back to full health.
Lining each side. Okay, you're back at full health. Lining each side, what looks to be in pairs, shooting.
So it's 10 either on 10 on each side.
Yes.
Or... Okay.
However, previously only one of them shot. You're not sure why.
Wait, those other ones are continuously shooting?
No. That there are 10. There are 8 other There are 4 other pairs, 8 in total, going down the stairs for what you can see. You're not entirely certain if they are trapped. It's a little bit difficult to tell with the stairway and how it is. However, if it is, they are probably going to be in the same mechanism as this one, and there's probably going to be a pressure plate on the step itself, and will probably be maybe mildly taller compared to the other ones.
Can I try and see any of these pressure plate points downstairs?
I'm going to say with that investigation you can see the next pair by the looks of it, but otherwise you can't see any further than that. You can't see if there are any more from there on.
Just more like pressure plate.
I have
want me to go in for it?
Well, I do have a plan to where nobody gets hurt.
Well, I have danger sense, so I don't know.
Danger sense will mean you have advantage on the check.
Also, you actually have dexterity, unlike moi.
Is also true.
I mean, I could just send Featherwing down there. And I can talk telepathically.
Can he die?
Yes.
But he
yes,
can't be hit by it because he's not.
Well, I mean, as long as he doesn't step on the pressure plate, he should be fine, and he flies, so...
Also, he's short enough that it wouldn't hit him in the first place.
It's also a matter of whether he can trigger the pressure plate in the first place.
Well, I mean...
Or we could do my plan, which is grab someone's staff and just poke all of the stairs before we step on them.
Go ahead, try to take my staff from me.
I'm still,
Yeah,
I'm not
sure.
gonna take it from you. I'm
Nothing
just
could go
saying,
wrong.
do that. I'm just saying,
I-
do that.
Sasha, don't you have like heavy rocks on you?
You calling Sasha
I
fat?
don't have heavy rocks on me.
You can just fucking toss those on the pressure plate.
Well, first we should see if Featherwing can actually trigger the pressure plates or not.
Okay. So how are you going to go about that?
Well, I'm going to just.
Go get some water.
Okay, go for it.
Cool.
I'm just gonna tell him to go try and step on the first one, and to be careful just in case anything weird happens or anything unexpected.
Okay. So, as Featherwing flies down, he lands on the pressure plate. Doesn't seem to trigger it.
Okay, just to be sure, I'm gonna have Felipe fly over there with him and like jump up and down on it.
Okay. No.
Did I miss anything?
As the two of them, are there, it's an interesting sight to see. Behold, as you come back and you see Featherwing, the white pseudo dragon, currently jumping up and down along with Felipe. They're both doing the hop on top of this pressure plate. Doesn't seem to be triggering.
Alright, well, I'm just. First, I'm going to.
Malcolm, how about you push down on it with your staff?
That's
Staying
what I
out
was
of the
about
line
to
of fire.
do.
Oh, excellent idea.
Why not try running? What? Who said that?
You know, we do that. We all fail on checks and fall all the way down the steps. Yeah. Good idea.
There's nothing wrong with a little bit of athletics. It's good for you.
All athletics. Yeah.
Are you gonna?
All athletics.
What's your athletics?
+4. Pretty decent.
Minus +7.
Nice.
Well,
I don't like the idea of athletics.
I'm gonna
So,
I have
go-
danger sense
go
too.
press.
I have advantage.
so you're gonna try and press on the thing with your staff.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, make a strength check.
Mm.
Nat 12.
Oh my goodness.
That one.
Alright.
You
Well.
you
Don't say numbers.
you press on it. Doesn't seem to work. Press on it again. Doesn't seem to work. Huh. Wonder if this is the right one. And unconsciously, for some reason, you step forward and place your foot on it.
Can I try and drag him back?
And there's a
Little-
sound. To hit is a total of 13.
One sec.
Does that hit your AC?
Yes.
Does. You take.
Yes. Mine's the lowest AC. Yay.
You take. Oh dear. I'm sorry, Malcolm. You take 11 points of piercing damage as a bolt strikes you, but from the other arrow side, from the other face side,
Awful.
as you're unexpected to it, and it strikes you in the lower leg. You feel your leg give out from under you. You fall to one side, and you hear.
Can I quickly tell if that was on the same, if that sound came from the same side as my, or if it came from the other side of my?
It's on both.
It was on both. Okay.
Oh no, it was no. With regards to your side, it's. Wait, were you doing this on the first one then? The first pressure plate?
So
Yeah.
I heard the.
I was doing it on the first one in front of us.
Oh, on the first one, which you've already done. So yeah, the arrow flies out from the left then still, and yes, that would still hit you, but it triggers on both. It does that sound on both sides again, and it seems to be resetting almost.
Hmm.
So there's a chance that somebody could run through, activate them, and then we all run through after? Behold, go!
Alright. What
Shall we
about
go?
athletics?
Athletics check, please.
Okay, what is our plan to get back?
20.
Who knows?
Same thing.
You watch as Behir's is like, alright, I got this, and he just begins running down the stairs. I'd like you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
With advantage?
5 times, because you're running past the first one as well.
Is this with advantage? Because I know there are traps.
Yes. Actually, no, you'd get advantage for the first 2 because you can see them. Actually, no, you got dark vision, yeah, with all of them, sorry. Yeah, 18, you avoid the first one.
60 there, I see?
Hmm?
That was an 18 on the first one?
Yeah, with whatever your dexterity check is. Yep, that's
Plus
fine.
2.
So go ahead,
14.
and again. I'm waiting for that time when he rolls 2 lows. You get to shoot him. Like that!
7.
Alright, does a 9 hit you? Probably not.
No!
As you're running along, you feel a underneath you, and instinctively you turn, and with your braces you bring it to the to where the arrow is, and it just off and spins behind you and lands on the ground as you continue on going down. Make 2 more, please. Yep, and again. Oh. And you get past the next one. You are now at the bottom of a set of stairs. Now what you see is a box room. Queglod, you can see just about to this is just to the edge of your dark vision. Okay. You can see a room which is in the shape of a box. It's about 30 feet by 30 feet, the area in total. It seems to be carved stone, and it has what looks to be some kind of scribing on the inside of it.
I assume I cannot read this.
No, you can't.
Guys, there's letters down here.
There's what?
There's letters down here.
Huh. Thank you,
There's
man.
also across the way what seems to be a metal door.
Chris?
Yar?
I'm gonna start, like, carving up my shield, my scrap shield, one of my scrap shields, into just chunks around about the size of the holes.
How are you going to go about doing that? That's going to take time and heat. If you're using the Artisan's Blessing, that's going to take an hour.
Well, I was more gonna just grab my hammer in these scrap shields and just start, like, tearing away at it.
Ow, a hammer's blunt.
Well, yeah, but it's gonna... this stuff is, like, you said this stuff was weak, I was just gonna, like,
They're dented shields, they're made of iron.
Okay, they're dented shields, okay.
Yeah, so they can be repaired back into regular shields. It's just they are mostly dented and warped.
Okay. I thought they were, like, old.
What about this idea?
What?
Jump all the stairs and I'll catch you.
How about...
I like this plan.
How about
The DM says it's a good idea. It's definitely a good idea.
I mean, it's two people
it's definitely not a mimic.
You guys should hold on to that.
It's a good idea.
How about we each take a shield and set up on each side, and then people walk over? Wait, are the traps back to back, or are there a couple steps in between?
So, here's basically how it is. This is your hallway. Well, no, it's not that wide. It's more like...
Jesus, that's long.
It's more like this, and yes, it is a long hallway. And it is just continuous stairs. And then along the way, at certain intersections, there are sets of skulls on the walls.
Alright, so what we should do...
we take the shield? I got these shields.
We should have each person have a shield and get on either side.
I only have 3.
How
big are the?
Okay, right. I've just had another thought. How high up are the skulls on the wall?
They're about waist height ish. So
About waist height.
waist height on who?
waist height on the 2 people who have been hit on. Actually, no. No, because it was leg height on Malcom and waist height on Sasha. So about 2 foot off the ground.
So it would be theoretically possible just to crawl underneath where they're shooting.
Yeah, these stairs going up or down?
I mean, I assume down.
Yeah, I assume so as well, but wanted to be
I'm
sure.
just gonna. We can just fucking belly slide down and.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Get on a shield and just slide down.
Look, that's me getting shot in the head. Let's face it.
All right.
Which one did you trigger, Behold? It was the 3rd one, right?
Yes.
Behold
It
triggered
was
the
this-
3rd one. Okay. Good to know.
Okay. I don't suppose. Is there a way to like step here without stepping on this one? Like, can we just?
You can hop over, yeah. You're just going to have to make a dexterity saving throw. It will be
Uh-huh.
with advantage because you know where this one is. You know where this one is because of Elsyan. The other ones, you have no idea.
Well, actually, would we not know where this one is because we saw him get shot by it and block it with the thing?
Yeah, wouldn't they see where I walked through?
I think only Queglod would have been the one who saw that.
You sure?
Yes, Queglod would have been the only one to see that because with the range on that, this isn't an accurate representation. There's about like a 15-foot gap in between each of them, which is
Okay.
it's close to. But yeah, that would have been at the edge of your dark vision before it just dropped off. Actually, no, you've
Okay.
got. Yeah,
Queglod could have seen
you've
where
got
I
bright light from
triggered.
Malcom, yeah. So you would have seen the second.
Oh, yeah.
You would have
Yeah.
seen these 3.
Wouldn't Queglod see where I triggered the next ones?
What these ones? Yeah. You wouldn't.
Yeah,
You didn't.
the rest of them.
You didn't trigger them though.
You didn't trigger them.
Oh.
I think it would be quite simple to make it past these, because I never got to finish what I was saying about the shields. I was thinking that 2 people have shields. They put the shields over the places where the arrows come out, and then they step on the pressure plate and trigger it, and then the arrow, whichever side it comes from, it goes into the shield, and then the rest can just walk over it, and we just do that over and over again until we get to the bottom.
I see no issue with
Remember
this.
these bolts did punch straight through Sasha's armor.
It is chainmail. It's a viable plan. I would suggest if you try and push harder with your staff, whilst to check the first time whether this will actually work.
Well, the hard part about that is my strength is low.
Queglod, you have a staff, yes?
I do, yes.
Would you mind if I borrowed it?
Very well. I'll have Felipe
Smash.
hop off and jump onto my my
Okay.
shoulder.
I of course sheathed my hammer.
You said Felipe jumps onto your shoulder.
Actually, how long is my hammer? Like, it's a war hammer. Like how?
It's a
foot
war hammer,
wide?
so it can be wielded one-handed or two-handed. So it's maybe dwarven size, so probably 2-3 foot max.
Yeah, okay. I'll take your staff instead. But that is halfling size, so it probably isn't that much longer.
It's actually 4 foot high because of the way.
Okay. Oh, that'll do perfect.
Because
that'll do
Queglod
perfect.
carries something that's much taller than her.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the
so-
aesthetic.
Yes.
Okay. In one arm, I am readying my shield in front of the thing.
Which side?
The side I'm on.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll have a shield and do the same. With this
Yeah, I
side.
pass him. Honestly, both scrap shields at this point, just in case. Maybe double layer them. They're not the best make.
Sure. Hold both of them together.
hmm
And then I'm just going to press down on the step in an attempt to trigger the pressure plate.
Okay, your strength is high enough that you can just do this naturally. You press down on the... Press down on it. There's a... as it hits the shield, there's a... And you see like this dent appear in your side shield. Sasha, as it strikes straight into it. And this like point appears on the outside of it, and the bolt.
Right, I'm gonna keep. I'm continuing. I'm keeping the staff held down. All right, everyone, go forward.
There's a ting.
Everyone, forward.
Okay, everyone, get forward of this skull and then stop.
Okay, everyone moves forward. And then you guys move off.
I am of course continuing to. Yes, I move off. And just sort of and then release once I'm past.
Okay.
Then there's a bit of shuffling.
Okay.
And repeat.
Yeah. As we're doing this, I'm going to call out up ahead. Just stay where you are, Behold. We'll be with you shortly.
Okay.
Right. And then we do the same.
Okay. So. This one has
different spots on the shields, obviously.
Okay. So. You do the same on this one. Different spot. This one comes out of the left one and hits your dented shield, Malcom. The integrity, that is a 2. It is still safe. It hits the shield and there's a thump as it hits it, and you can see another dent appear in the side of it, where it buckles. There's a ting, same as before. You move on, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. You move on to the next one.
No one's actually touching the step. Just making that very clear here. It's just a matter of where the shields are down, and we're like to the side of them, and the shields are in front of the thing, and nothing else other than the shields is in front of the skulls.
Okay. You do the same on this one. Same process happens. Do the same on the next one.
Can I look at the? Can I do this checking of the tool of the stuff?
Investigation check. Go ahead.
Or the skulls.
With that? No, I'm doing a check of the shields.
Yeah.
Oh, on the shields. We'll say this is a.
Can I use my smith's
stuff?
stuff?
We'll go with just make a straight wisdom check with proficiency because you've got your smith's tools.
Okay, cokey.
Shields both look okay.
Right. They seem all right for the moment. Let's go forward.
Okay.
Okay. We just need to make
that
sure
is
we're
with a
not
plus
stranded.
5. That's with a plus 5, so it's.
By the way, did anybody actually treat Sudz's or Malcolm's arrow? He's still got a bow in his side.
Right. Oh shit. Malcom.
This is not the place.
We're just, I was gonna deal with it at the bottom.
Hello?
Yeah, I've got
Hello.
potions for you to have.
Here you go.
Hello, Infernal.
Okay.
What'd you say?
I also
Infernal?
have a health potion that I've seen in my inventory.
Hold on. What'd you say, Infernal?
I stopped hearing you guys for like 1 second, so I don't know what.
That's weird. Anyway. So, you do the same on this one?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
I have 2 health potions.
As you go...
Again, that was an 11, Chris. Just making sure of that.
On the shields, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you trigger the... trap. Nothing seems to happen.
That was weird. Maybe try and step over this one. I'm keeping it held down as hard as I can, but I'm slightly wary now.
Okay.
Elsyan, you're the quickest. Go.
What? Is Elsyan actually the quickest? I doubt it.
I believe so.
I believe everybody basically has the same, with the exception of Queglod.
I more meant your dexterity's better.
Okay.
Yeah, and here's those aerodynamic knife ears.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Fucking what, mate?
So you move forward off of this one. So is there anything special you do for this one because it doesn't trigger?
I think we keep with the same tactic. It seems to be working so far.
Keep to the same tactic. Do you keep the shield there before or after?
Obviously
release?
after. The system is we step over, shields are there, shields stay there. Once we're all stepped over, shields are removed, and I remove the thing once there's absolutely nothing in its way.
Okay.
I remove the stuff.
Okay. As you remove the staff this time, there's a ting, shoom, and the bolt passes through one skull and into the other's mouth. You hear a and you hear as all the others go ching 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 ching, and they all just continuously start firing now. Foom, 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 over and over. Bolts flying from left to right, continuously on all of these now.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Sound.
This could have gone better.
Yes, I know, the epic sound effects.
Right.
Quality stuff.
You're currently trapped between two different ones which are just firing bolts over and over again, seemingly not running out.
I'm gonna...
Oh, you see this, by the way, and you're like, well, glad I ran through.
Can we see down here
now?
Can we see down here where Behold's at now?
Yeah, quite happily. You can see that before him is it leads into a chamber, and beyond that, Queglod, you can now see that there's a metal door with what looks to be some depictions on it.
Right. Right.
Okay.
I think our best bet is to try and block up at least one of these. So I'm going to...
them up?
Are they both shooting, or is it just one side shooting?
It's one side shooting, and the other one receiving.
Which side?
Which side is shooting for this one?
This one is number 5, and actually there shouldn't be that last one. That should... Oh, well.
Well,
There was only supposed to be 10, so that means there's all 5. It's fine, you didn't... Oh, fine. There we go, doesn't matter. So, on this last one, because it's the 5th one, it is... shooting from the right.
Right. So it's on my side then?
Yes, the right one.
Well, I was going to just hit it with my hammer.
Okay. You want to do that then?
Yeah, why not? There's like 3 foot of distance between us.
Okay. You bring back your hammer and you swing it in. As it hits the hole where the mouth is, there's a that comes off the stone as it begins to crack along the side. There's a that hits the edge of the which hits the edge of your hammer, which is now enchanted. So there isn't much of a damage to it. As it hits it, that the mechanism sounds on the other side, ting, and you watch as all the other ones shut off.
Okay, I'm just going to hold this here. I'd suggest you all move across quickly, and Sudz, keep a shield in front of that one on the other side.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Everyone, if you would.
Okay, I'm going to grab my staff back quickly and walk over.
Okay. You'll head over that last trap, and
By the way, I was gonna suggest smashing them earlier, but then I'm gonna let them suffer.
I mean,
I was going to suggest smashing it, and I thought, that's obviously going to make things worse.
I mean,
for some reason, it seems to be working. Seems to be.
My original plan was to send Featherwing down the stairs to see if there was like a mechanism or something down there to deactivate the traps or something.
Then you'll come down and you see a button next to the stairs that I could have clicked.
The Bhold's just
Shuts
standing
it all
next to it, leaning against it. No, as you come down the stairs, passing over the remaining one, and do you pull your hammer back?
Once I've passed out of the way of it.
Yeah. After everyone's
Sure.
passed out of the way, you pull your hammer back, and you see that there's a bolt currently stuck in the mouth of it, just like on the base of it, pointing outwards.
How's it stuck exactly?
It's not. It's placed on the underside of the mouth, effectively, but you're gonna have to like reach in to get it if you wish to get it.
I don't want to get. I don't want to get the bolt.
Okay.
I've already got one, thanks.
Speaking
Anyways,
of which, Malcom.
I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, and obviously we go into the room and the.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you all go into the room, you can see around you what looks to be strange depictions on each side. You can see different kinds of those same stone skulls placed on the walls around you.
Oh no!
You can see that there are 4 of them in all, 2 on each side, and there seems to be one large one above the head of the door. And it seems to be like looking down at the rest of them. With your passive investigation, Elsyan, you can see that there are also 2 alcoves behind you in what this room is, where it's a basic box. And this being the doorway, you can see that there are 2 alcoves here and here. And looking in, you can see what look to be kind of statues of gargoyles currently standing there that stare straight forwards from the current location.
Why do I feel like I've seen this before?
I know, have you?
Well, like a movie or another game.
Yeah, maybe. I tend to reuse ideas. If it is for another one. What would you like to do? There's a giant metal door behind, in front of you. It's a double door.
There?
Yep, there. And above it is the kind of the skull that's like bending outwards, almost with the like the smoothed kind of almost domed edges. It's a flat roof, but it's kind of curved at the corners to so that it's smooth.
Okay, everyone. I think the first thing we should do is to check for any more traps.
Okay. I'm going to have, since I don't want to move, I'm going to have Felipe, well, first of all, fly off and take a close-up look at the alcove to the right.
Okay.
On there.
And I'm gonna send Feather.
Can one of them fly into the mouth and see what there is?
Not a good idea.
Okay.
I mean, we can send Felipe to that, seeing as he is essentially immortal.
I want the following details from you, Queglod.
Mm-hmm.
What does Felipe do?
Well, to begin with, I'm just going to have him fly over to the alcove and land and just take a look. Like, just look at it with me looking through his eyes.
Okay, so where is he landing within the alcove? Because in the alcove is a gargoyle currently, like, on its, like...
Is that a live gargoyle or just statue?
Arms. Well, you can see it's a statue.
Yeah, he's just gonna land on like the very edge of the alcove, like in the entrance, and then like slowly like hop around to make sure I can get a full view of everything.
Okay. So hopping into the alcove and round the back, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can see the statue from like all sides.
Okay. As Felipe hops around, you get a look at the gargoyle statue. It seems to be a regular statue from what you can tell. You can see what looks to be a... Actually, give me an investigation for this. I'll see what you get for this. With what you see, you can see a strange symbol on the back of its head. It seems to be depicting a school of magic.
Hmm. Do I for school?
Hmm?
Do I recognize the school?
Make an Arcana check. I'm just going to quickly check what school of magic this would be.
Hold on, you cut out for me a minute there. It might have been
Make
me
an
cutting
Arcana check. I'm quickly going to double check what school of magic this would be.
Okay.
That. Right, good to know.
So... 5. Damn it.
5. You have no idea. You never really studied the schools of magic. You only really looked at the advancements and how magic really worked on a patron basis, not on an arcane basis.
Mm.
Elsyan would be the one to ask. He's more proficient in this sort of thing.
Cry bit to him.
I'm gonna do the same thing that Queglod did with Featherwing, but to the left one.
Okay. So you go into the eyes and you can, or you go into the eyes again. It's a strange sight seeing what takes place, because you're used to Queglod where she does it, where you watch her deep black eyes from her evocation of Devil's Sight to going from a deep black gaze to a kind of a silvery gaze as it glazes over. Strange with Malcom, where he's got these reddish eyes from his infernal heritage, you watch as it goes to a kind of a silver and then it kind of glazes over almost to a maroon. And you enter the eyes and the hearing of Featherwing. So where was he going to go? Was he doing the other side, you said?
Yeah, he's doing the other side.
Okay. Featherwing moves around the back of it and make an investigation check. What are you looking for specifically? Are you also looking for the symbol?
No, I'm not specifically looking for the symbol. I'm just looking for anything of notice.
Okay, give me an investigation check. Okay. Total? 9?
Yeah.
Okay. Looking around, it's not that easy to see. You don't see anything in there that seems to be interesting or catches your eye. What are the rest of you doing? I'm going to quickly just put you in the room just so that it makes it easier for me to understand what's going on. So you're currently like that, effectively. And yeah, Felipe's in his alcove, and we're going to say that Featherwing, who's his eye, will be here next Sunday.
I assume the stone door is closed.
The metal door in front of you, yes, is closed. There don't seem to be chains on it. Doesn't seem to be anything interesting on it.
Weren't there letters somewhere?
Yeah, where?
Yes,
where
there is scripting. There is scripting. From what you can see, there seems to be something written in. Now that you've got a proper light source down here, dried blood, scribbled around the outside of this room.
I'm gonna have Featherwing.
Is it in common?
To see if I can tell what
it is in. Do any of you speak Abyssal?
Abyssal.
Let me check.
I think one of us did.
Don't think so.
It might be the other campaign.
No, I don't. If it's any form of Elven, I can do that.
I've got Celestial.
Actually, no, this would use the script for it. So actually, this would use the Infernal script, I believe.
Yeah!
I'm just going to double check how the languages work, and I'm just going to make sure that I am correct on that. If any of you know like where I can find languages straight away, because I always find it difficult trying to find languages.
No,
They're like hidden in some random alcove in the book, and it's really difficult to find.
Pairs Handbook.
Yes.
While you're looking through, I'll look in the index.
Oh, found it. It is page 123. Remember that.
Never mind.
Yes, script is Infernal for the language of Abyssal. It's a little bit broken from what you can tell. The one who calls shall answer. My soul is broken, shattered, void. But my will remains eternal.
This sounds awfully familiar. I'm gonna relay it to everybody.
Can we have a written version of this, please?
I'll get that to you just a second. While that's going on, you read out to everybody. What would you like to do? If any of you would like to do anything. And just mark so you know where the skulls on the walls are. They are there, 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 and there. And then there is one above the door, which is here. Looking down.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna make a drawing of the symbol that I can see.
Okay.
The magic school one. And like show it to the others and like, do any of you recognize this symbol?
I'm gonna get out of the sight thing.
Do I recognize that symbol?
And do I?
Anyone trained in Arcana can make an Arcana check.
Nope.
Screw you.
I'm a trained in Arcana. Yeah, I am.
Here you are.
Screw you.
Anyone trained in Arcana can make an Arcana check. Queglod, I believe you already did it.
Yes.
That is a no from you, Elsyan. You don't know what school of magic this is. You're used to psionics.
Huh. That must be a hole in my knowledge.
Yes, I think it belongs to a school of magic, but I can't tell which one.
Any chance I could do a religion check on it?
It's not religion-y.
Okay.
It's arcane in nature.
What does it like physically look like?
Something like...
I'm alive.
What did you do?
Nothing. Just drop something. I'm good.
You dropped the soap?
Yes, and now my cellmate in prison is butt raping me. Well, sorry, I shouldn't have put that in your stream, Chris. I'm terribly sorry.
Fine. Mature stream for that exact reason.
It's been a long day, okay?
I feel like you've described that symbol before.
Okay. Symbol passing by.
Whoops, I accidentally rolled.
What would you like to try and do
just
then?
touch things.
Now that you know what that looks like. Anything at all?
Even with my Arcana, I couldn't figure that out.
Well, I mean, there's nothing we can do with the symbol now.
Right. What was the riddle again?
The Great One watches, my soul is shattered, broken, void, my will remains eternal. I think. I was writing it down as I go.
And is that written down in any of our chats or anything?
No, I can send you the thing, because I put it somewhere and I don't know where, so I just retyped it off of memory. Where is your chat? There it is. There you go. What you have for now.
Okay.
First one was right, and then I closed the tab, so I'll find it later. Do you want to do anything, or did you want to call it there and we can come back to this stump?
I think call it there.
Yeah, stick around much longer.
Okay, so our adventurers are stumped in a strange cavern or dungeon below the previous White Rat's location.
Is the answer Devad? Sorry, ignore me.
Yes, interrupting the intro. So,
sorry.
Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and if you do come up with an answer, feel free to put it in and maybe the guys will see it. Anyway, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. See you on next week Sunday, if not on Thursday when I got my Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.